Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hey, we're about to get started right now, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're already in here, just hold up. We're about to get this going right now. If you're wondering what the fuck we're listening to, it's on SoundCloud, all right? Go check out my boy Dead Juice.
Yeah, we should
Dead Juixe. We make some killer instrumentals.
Put the link.
I'll put it later on, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'll add it to the yeah.
Of course. I just don't know if we've been doing that.
All right, let's fucking get this show on the road, boys. You guys ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Joseph Corona Mariscal, back at it again with my player fucking partner
William Newport Rodriguez.
And today we got our special guest. Go ahead and introduce your fucking self.
Jose Manuel Corona Santillana Gainaldo.
Oh,
welcome. Welcome, man.
That was like silk.
Jeremy's a longtime friend of us. He goes way back.
Thank you.
Way back to the days of Kennedy, man.
Definitely.
Way back to the
Kennedy
skating
days,
in front of the fucking
the mushroom.
Yeah, skating in the mushroom
Fucking
days.
mushroom.
Kennedy.
Doing a couple of these right here.
Not the psychedelics mushroom, but
There
Yeah.
was, for those that are unaware, it was this giant part in the
We'll get to
center of
that
the high
later.
school.
In the plaza.
Yeah, we'll talk about all that shit.
talk about that mushroom later. But
Yeah, we'll talk
talking about something more of a legendary spot at Kennedy High School, the mushroom. That's
the
what they call it.
mushroom.
Legendary.
I don't know why you say legendary like I'm a fucking pro skateboarder. I don't.
It
Bro,
is
you're
just
pro
a
as
fucking-
fuck.
it's
In my
just-
eyes,
it's
You're
just-
honestly pro as fuck.
In
dog.
my eyes, you're as pro as a pro can be. There we go.
Fucking so, what's up, Joe? How you been, man? How's everything been since those days?
Since those
In
days?
general, let's just talk with some small general.
Some small talk. Some
See what's been going
chit-chat.
on, you know?
Yeah.
Your mind's eye.
See what's happening.
Let's do. So I just graduated from CSUN,
Oh, congratulations, man.
2018.
Nice. How long were you there?
5.5 years.
Oh, nice. Not bad.
Yeah, so I was undecided for like fucking 3 years, and then I decided to do theater and psychology on my 4th year,
Right.
and then the rest I finished it. That's the reason why I went 5.5 years, because I was undecided. I didn't know what the fuck to do.
How do you like psychology or what have you?
What do I like about it?
No, like, did you enjoy taking those classes, or was it just something to do to pass the time?
No, I enjoyed doing psychology. Like whenever I would shop for classes, I see psychology. I'm like, oh, I want to take that shit just so I can see what's wrong with me. And it was pure curiosity of finding myself because of psychology. I'm
What'd
like,
you say you did?
I kind of did, sort of, not fully. I'm like 1% there.
What?
But-
Can you tell me what you think you learned about yourself, or what you learned about yourself?
Okay, motivation. There's like a lot of psychology classes that you take.
Okay.
Like there's social, developmental, behavioral, clinical. I like, and then the motivation. That one is like a upper division class,
Mhm.
but I learned from it the most because they teach you straightforward like motivation, like automatic motivation, and like why we do shit.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
why do we want to fuck
Right.
that person?
Or
kill
Like
that
why
person.
would
Nah, just-
nah, let's not do that. Like people are a little sensitive nowadays. Can't make
Can't be-
comments
can't
like
be
that
saying
anymore.
shit like
You
that.
can't be saying shit like that,
We
man.
weren't directed.
Like you can't even say shit as much anymore. Like it's so hard to express yourself nowadays.
With all the censoring and shit.
Not even that. It's just people just like misjudge you by the things that you say. Like you can say anything and then they use it against you.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
Even if it's
whatever.
not now, they'll use it against you later on.
Yeah.
They'll save that shit.
So
They'll
you'll
tuck
be
that
fucking
puppy away.
vulnerable to somebody. You'll tell them everything and shit, and then later on they use it against you and like,
Yeah,
ooh.
that's
Oh,
what
it's
happened
a
to
lot
R.
of-
Kelly. Nah, he deserved that shit.
Yeah, he
though.
has a lot of evidence of
That
like
fool's-
peeing on girls.
That
you
fool's
know?
been building a case against himself for years.
Yeah, he kind of fucked himself essentially.
Yeah, I like that. Episode of Boondocks when they. Show
Oh,
him.
fucking Boondock! I heard it's making a comeback, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah?
It's gonna have a new season.
Damn. Hopefully it doesn't look all like too HD. You know what I mean?
They're gonna do some 6ix9ine shit. I bet.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet they're gonna parody 6ix9ine?
6ix9ine for sure, dude.
I don't know,
He's such a fucking
It
snitch.
might be a little late by then, but who knows?
Do you have anything new on that guy? I know he's just been snitching on like Cardi B and shit.
Dude,
that's all the memes I see, dude. Just
dude, the memes are
somebody.
fucking hilarious.
But
dude.
have you guys heard like the raw like footage of the fucking of like him actually snitching in court, and then like
I heard some audio.
Yeah, that's what I mean, audio. Like that, like the evidence they use also like remember like a while back they said that like he was like I got kidnapped and they stole my chains or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. That actually happened. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like a publicity stunt so he can get like more hype on his name. It actually happened. So long story short, they start using that video and you can see the whole video. And honestly, I can't know. I mean, I know why. I like the shots. You know what I mean? Like the way that it moves and stuff like that. Yeah. But people are like, oh man, like that dash cam seems like close as fuck, right? That's because the motherfucking driver was a undercover agent, so to speak, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Like he was like spying on 6ix9ine for like essentially almost his entire career.
Is he the one that cracked down on him or?
No. Was he just trying to find out that I think that he's a snitch?
No, I think he was just an informant because like it came down to the wire eventually, and then they were like, we know this and this is happening and we're gonna need you to cooperate. And he was probably like, sure, like what the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who did he snitch on? I forgot.
The 9 Trey Bloods.
9 Trey Bloods.
Yeah, it's just like this, like apparently like super violent.
But he wasn't even. But he wasn't even like actually part of it, right? Like they were just kind of using.
He bought himself into it essentially. You know?
Yeah.
And like the Bloods were essentially just, the way I see it was just like kind of using him as a way to get money. You know what I mean? For like guns.
And because of his fame, right?
No, yeah.
His fame was very valuable to them.
Multi-million dollars already.
Exactly.
You know? So, like,
from all that shit.
And like he had to give some to like the members of the gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like to help progress like the blood movement or whatever that is.
So he was using that to help himself get out of jail, or
no? He's snitching on them to help himself get out of jail.
Yeah.
But the reason why he was in the gang was to like because people like that image. You know what I mean? Like people were very like susceptible. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be really fucking hard to get out of all this shit with all those tattoos he has, man. I hope he has enough money to get removals.
No, I mean that's what's gonna have to happen. You know what I mean? And then he's just gonna be some guy in Hawaii working at Best Buy.
But if you get that shit removed, you get like scars on it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. He's gonna look fucking stupid.
I think nowadays. I don't think
nowadays it's not like perfect.
Nowadays it's not like as like fucking graphic. Like it's not like boom like a 6ix9ine
It might be a little better, but it won't be perfect.
Like
it'll probably still be notable that
definitely
he had a fuck ton of fucking tattoos. You know, like
yeah.
Like it's so many. It's like
unless people are like really
trying to find
them or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't really look at other people's faces like that. Like especially if like there's like a blemish or something, like you kind of like tend to not address it and like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're focused on the person. Yeah, you're talking to that person.
You don't want to make them feel like.
You kind of just like make it seem normal. Like, oh,
like damn, you have a big 6ix9ine on your head,
bro. I gotta tell you this story because I work as a scare actor at fucking Griffith Park in the Halloween hayride.
Oh no way! Like currently?
Yeah, currently. Like our first day was last week. Yeah.
How's that being a scare?
Fucking, it hurts your throat because I have to.
You gotta be screaming.
I fucking scream, dude. They love the fucking scream. Like they love that shit. Cause some people I see them, they just but then I fucking scream in their heads like out of nowhere.
Oh, dude.
People love that shit, dude. But like that hurts my throat.
And so what happened, or what was there like?
Yeah. Oh. What was I gonna say? So, fucked up story. So she's a small person.
Yeah. She's
a small person, and she was asking us for information. She's like, "Oh, what group are you guys? Is this where we're supposed to meet?" And I told them, yeah, we're the little bastards. That's the name of our character.
Oh, okay.
So we told her because she asked. She was like, "We're the little bastards, and this is where we're meeting. What are you?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm this, and that." So, okay. So is this not where we meet? And I told her, yeah, well, we're the little bastards. And the fact that I'm repeating little bastards talking to her, I felt weird. I'm like, I try to be normal. I try to like be normal, but inside I was like, I feel fucked up. Like she's a small person, like an adult small person, like an adult small person.
Did she do anything or?
No, she didn't. But she kind of gave me this look, like I was like fucking bitch. Yeah, but that's the name of our group. Like we're the little bastards.
Yeah, the little bastards.
The fact that I'm talking to her,
funny, dude.
The
little bastards.
And then she just walked away, and it left me feeling guilty because I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean to like offend her.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's not your fault, man.
That's where like most people would probably go up to, but I wouldn't go up to her even after the fact, like because most people would be like, yeah, I felt so bad, I had to go up to her later, and then be like, yo, I'm sorry, like this and that, and we squashed the beef. I feel better about myself. I would have been so embarrassed too. I'd have been like, hey, can you answer this question? Like, I'd have been like, hey, what is our group name? Just so she knew I wasn't bullshitting. That was like actually trying to offend her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sometimes it's better if you just don't approach.
Yeah, just leave it as
just leave it as is. Because I've tried.
That's my philosophy in life. Honestly.
No, dude. Because sometimes you need to say sorry depending on what you did. If it's really bad.
No, yeah.
But
and
sometimes,
if not, just fuck off.
Yeah, because dude, I was observing myself too. Like I said some dumb shit to somebody. Like someone was making a joke and I made some like dumb comment.
Right. Yeah.
And like I was like, oh wait, how. Scary acting, there's a school for scary acting because you have a bachelor's degree in it, but I was just joking.
Yeah.
But because some guy said he's a fucking master in act and scaring. So I was like, oh, is there one that gives you a degree in that?
Scaring actor.
And then this girl was like, did you really think that there's one? Like she actually thought I was stupid.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, she's just joking. But I defended myself either way. I just graduated with a bachelor's degree, and I meant it. And I felt fucked up. I'm like, oh shit, my bad. Like, I felt like an asshole for saying that. I'm like, why am I defending myself? Like, what?
Yeah, like you put yourself in like a deeper hole essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But what was my point? I was trying to get it to something.
That sometimes you ain't gotta say sorry.
Oh yeah, sometimes you just gotta leave it as like because I wanted to say sorry to this girl. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to seem cocky or like defensive because it's kind of insecure, like I seem insecure, but I'm like, I really didn't mean to say it like that. I meant to kind of just like
as a joke,
like
but
I felt like she took it serious. I felt like she took it seriously.
Man, but that's
when people don't get jokes, it's a whole thing.
But look, here's the thing: as long as you're joking truly, it's up to them whether they get it or not. If they don't, it's not really your fault. Like, I mean, true.
No, but the time,
shit, man. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh no, but my point was like I was about to say sorry, but I didn't. So the next day, I kind of just acted like nothing was happening, like nothing happened. I just like went on with our day and like kept talking to her, and like oh, we're good.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if I said sorry, I don't know. I felt like it would be more awkward.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I learned that like recently because I'm like.
Sometimes just
because of psychology.
Sometimes you ain't gotta say shit.
You don't need to like confront people because I used to confront everybody, even my mailman. I get mad at them because they don't deliver a mail when there's a car blocking your mailbox.
Yeah.
I hate it when they do that, dude. Does that
ever
happen to you?
There's a van in the way though.
Yeah, but like UPS doesn't complain.
Yeah, they go around.
Go inside your house.
Yeah, I'm doing Amazon right now, bro. I just fucking park wherever. I get the fuck off.
Yeah, just hazard on. Like, what's so wrong with that? And then
people get mad, but it's like I just gotta do my job.
Yeah, no, but I got really mad. I felt bad. Like I confronted this mailman. I was like,
so they just skip you in the route completely?
Huh?
Like they just
skip it. If there's a box there, if there's a car there, skip it.
Is that like?
I think that's like a USPS thing, cause like I parked in someone else's mailbox before, and then they left a fucking letter
like
in front of my windshield. Yeah,
I didn't get my vibrator
don't park here cause their mailbox doesn't come.
I didn't get my anal beads in.
I didn't get my Amazon package.
Yeah,
I'm very upset.
So I got mad at the guy. I was like, I miss a lot of my mails, and it's your fucking fault. You're so fucking lazy.
I'll be like,
you can just easily get off your car. Why don't you do that? I yelled at him something like that. Like I was actually serious. Like fucking going off with this guy.
Or?
He's like, yeah, keep talking shit, and he just walked away.
Oh,
I just walked away. And like he just keep talking shit.
Yeah, sometimes it's better just not to, because at the end, like, what do you gain from it? You know?
Yeah, I know. I
used
felt
to be
really
the same
bad.
way. Like,
I felt so bad.
An example of mine like that is I used to road rage a lot. Like I used to go beyond to the point where I'd roll down my window, I'd get off the fucking car, like all that shit, you know. And now I don't even flip anyone off, bro. I just try to shut up.
It doesn't benefit.
It's not worth it, man.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
You're just stressing yourself out.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned that too.
And when you got anxiety, it's even worse. You give yourself anxiety for no fucking reason. and you end up fucking losing.
Yeah, it's such like a important skill to have to like be able to relax yourself.
Yeah,
especially when you're getting really high, like when you're on psychedelics. Sometimes you get really like ooh, but like if you know how to control yourself, like everything's okay.
You know, speaking of psychedelics, getting into more of a mental conversation, you know, that's the importance. You know, some people think shrooms and acid is this crazy, oh my god, shouldn't do it. You know what, I think people that are informed about kinds of things and maybe frequent users of, you know, marijuana and stuff, I think it's important to try it at least once to in a way, at least if you think you don't know where you're at mentally, it's a good way to reset your mind, and it's a good way to open it up into new how do you say, it brings you to new like thoughts, new dimensions in your head.
I was thinking that same word.
I sound stupid, but no, it's like a cleansing in your brain. It like makes you overthink everything, and it like resets your whole like way of thinking in general, dude. Right. You know what I mean?
Not more.
You also get like a body feel from it. It's like
you
just feel loose. You feel like ooh,
you just feel the whole universe within you and shit.
I'm
that
so
shit
in nature. Like, dude, I have the power to do whatever the fuck I want.
You know, it's funny.
But I can't because I'm high.
How did they find that shit? Wasn't it the Vikings and shit? They would like take shrooms to fight and shit. Like, I swear to God, they would do shit like that.
Yeah, shit, hell yeah. I would do that, dude. I was so motivated. Like the first time I ever tried shrooms, I was fucking motivated.
You think you could go into war, like Skyrim fucking status?
Dude, I felt like I was in Rick and Morty, dude. I swear.
Yeah, that's what
I thought I was like about to save the world. I swear to God. Like, and the thing is, like my head, like I think I was kind of like thinking about my stepdad too, because he was at the hospital at that time. And like I was thinking about like, oh fuck, like shit, like these aliens are like trying to make people sick and they're trying to kill the weak.
You know, they say that there's two types of aliens or more. That there's some aliens supposedly that work with our government for evil. They're the ones that give us all this fucking technology in exchange for information, in exchange for who knows what. And there's also aliens that are trying to protect us, apparently. I don't know. There's a lot of different shit. If aliens are real, there's definitely more than one species, and there's definitely different groups of them. Some trying to kill us and some probably not.
You know, I still kind of don't believe in aliens, but
when
I was in shrooms, it felt real.
Wait,
I felt like it made sense when I was on shrooms.
So do you believe in there's like space, or what do you think?
The thing is, I feel like my trip was a little too much, because I feel like I took a little too much, because it started to feel like a simulation.
Yeah, that's like essentially what psychedelics do to you.
Yeah, I felt like I was like in a Rick and Morty like prison. Yeah. And that like my body is not me. It's just like I'm an actual alien, and this is like my meat and bones, and my spirit is just in there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can understand that.
And then so I started like kind of panicking, but I needed to relax myself. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna try to believe any of this right now because it's tripping me out.
But panicking about what specifically? Like the fact that you're just a second.
Yeah, and then like I was one of like the people who can like save everyone. And Joe Rogan,
fucking Joe Rogan.
I was like telling myself, I'm like, Joe Rogan saved me. Joe Rogan, fuck yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone to listen to Joe Rogan.
I like Joe Rogan, but I think sometimes I feel like he's like brainwashing people.
I mean,
or maybe not. Maybe I'm just paranoid. I like what he's doing. Essentially, I'm a fan. I'm a fan, but
I kind of believe.
I don't know. It's scary to be that famous, man. He can just tell you anything and you'll believe it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not saying that anything he said is deceiving in any way. It probably isn't. But I'm just saying, like, facts, like he's super famous, dude. Like, that's what I'm getting at. Like,
but he
became famous like kind of like oddly too. You know what I mean? Like it went like off of Fear Factor, and then
well, he went before that. He was on that news radio, not news radio, whatever the fuck it was, that radio thing.
Was
and then Fear Factor, and then comedy and shit. No, and then he did fight for a while too.
Yeah, he did fight beforehand. You're right.
I'm sorry. What were you saying though?
Oh, freaking Joe. When you're listening to somebody, like, it's still you're responsible to like think for yourself, like, because sometimes like he does fuck up, like he would say something, and then like
the next episode,
and then like they would find an article online that's contradicting to what he just says. Yeah, so
but he at least corrects himself. So I guess that does show good like judgment. That shows like he's in the right state of mind. That's just scary these days with we got all these corrupt leaders and shit. It's so easy to manipulate the audience.
Yeah, but I get
it's hard who to believe these days.
Oh, yeah.
No, dude, I know the motivation that he has because he's felt it. Like he's actually like
it seems like
done
a genuine
something,
dude.
and it's like this motivation he's telling people to do something about their life because it's that easy, but we tend to block ourselves from that.
Yeah,
because we limit ourselves from anxiety and all that bullshit.
We let all that shit get in the way, and we don't feel motivated to do what we truly want to fucking do.
Yeah, because we get judged, and we're humans, and we're self-conscious about that kind of shit. Even though we say we're not, but we are. So some people say, I don't care what people think. Yeah, you do.
I say that shit all the time, and guess what? I really fucking give a shit.
You really give a shit.
I give all the shit.
Why the fuck are we doing anything?
I give all the shit.
Why would anyone show anything on their story if they didn't care what people think? Like, why would you even show that in your story? Like, you somewhat care.
That's true, yeah.
You want people to see what's going on for a reason. If you really didn't give a fuck, you wouldn't even, like, Will wouldn't.
Why would you even post
be on
it at
social
all?
Media.
Exactly. So, you do care.
Yeah.
And... like, I experimented with that, though. Like, I tried not to post anything, like, for my story for, like, I think I did it for, like, 3 months, dude. I don't
just to see what would happen? Or?
I deleted a lot of my photos, archived them. But, like, yeah. And it just felt weird because I wasn't getting that same high where you interact with people. Oh, like, they like your shit. And, like, oh, this guy replied to my story. Like, you get, like, some type of high from that. Like, you feel good. But I didn't do that for 3 months, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, I felt so isolated. It felt like I was so used to that.
Like you're missing out, right?
Like I'm missing out, and it's like, fuck. Like it doesn't. I don't feel.
That's what it does, man.
It's like a withdrawal feeling almost.
The FOMO, yeah. Like,
yeah, it's like fuck.
The fear of missing
shit.
out.
It's like I don't want to post shit right now, but like, I tried it out, dude, and it wasn't very pleasing. It didn't feel good.
But like that's where you like interact with like people that like you will soon to discover like will be like lifelong friends. I mean, like and like instead of being like, oh, like I have so many friends, you know what I mean? Like once you remove yourself from that space, like you realize like how small a circle like is. Because truly needed to be self-sufficient and happy.
Yeah, you don't need a big circle, man.
You really just need a couple friends, bro, and a partner.
I think it's really important. Like, I think, like, me, for example, I'm the type of guy where I have a lot of friends, like you, like Sananda and everybody. Like, I may not talk to everybody for a long time, or I may not see everybody all the time, but I do have a lot of people that I stay in touch with every now and then, like, I'll at least say what's up here and there.
Yeah, like you'll check in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
I'm not. It has to be that way, you know what I mean? Like you have to like, because everyone has their own life, and it's
some people think you gotta be like with a certain group every fucking day, every day of the week. Like it doesn't have to be like that, man. You can have a lot of friends, and you don't have to be that involved. Everyone, like, cause you gotta understand, everyone has their own fucking life, you know. Like we all got our own shit going on, especially as we get older.
Yeah.
In high school, it may be more like that, you know. You got your groups and shit.
Yeah.
But at the age we're at, and people older than us, that's how it is, man. People expect to be in this one circle and only that circle when it doesn't have to be like that.
And I think honestly, like that's what social media was necessarily made for. I mean,
kind of, yeah.
So like
you can stay connected even when you're not.
But then it became like this huge, like gross, like thing where people like the amount of followers mattered at some point, and then like people.
I'm a victim of that, man. Me with the music, me with the podcast. I'm always obsessed with how many likes we're getting, how many views, how many fucking followers.
With things like that, like
I try not to worry about it.
It takes its course, but it's kind of hard to believe that if you don't put in like the work and the actions. I mean, so like it makes sense why, you know what I mean? Like I understand why it would be such an invasive like thought pattern. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the thing is, like we use social media for like so many things. Like especially if you're a content creator, you gotta see how many likes you're getting, so you know if you're doing good or not.
No, yeah, definitely.
And you're kind of forced to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's fun
for statistics, you know.
Yeah, and it's stupid because a lot of people would just hate for no reason, and you gotta like even the most talented or the most famous people get all these hate comments and
definitely
all this hate in general. So it's like. It's funny how like a lot of us that aren't famous will let the negative shit affect us because we think we just suck, but it's not even that. It's just like everybody gets that shit.
It's toxic, bro.
It's super toxic.
And then like if you let that get in your head, dude, like you're fucked.
It's all about having a strong mentality about it.
You got to, man. You got to.
I have to force myself, but I got it handled for the most part, you know. When I see negative shit about my music or anything, I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I'm not gonna pay. Because there's times where you try to fight people, especially on social media, dude. I've gotten so much anxiety just from arguing with people online. That's like, what's the point? You can't see them. Like, I've gone as far, like, I don't do this at all anymore, but, like, in the past, I've done things as far as sending people my address just so they can meet up with me to fucking fight because I was that upset. Like, you know, it's so stupid. It's like, that's dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
It's like, yeah.
I mean,
not
let's
idiot,
be real.
but
Let's
like,
be real.
like,
I didn't give him my address.
Bullshit.
I gave him, like, the address right here across the street just to be safe.
Yeah.
But I still gave it, like, I still wanted them to come, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But it's so stupid. Like,
That was at least pretty safe, honestly.
yeah, I didn't give him my exact address. Fuck that, dude.
You don't want to be fighting people.
I was really
it's
stupid
just a
when I
bad
was young.
rep. Yeah, it's just a bad rep. Honestly.
Now that I'm older, I try really hard to be just chill. Like, even if people talk shit, I just, all right, whatever, man.
Yeah. And that too,
your
reputation. It's like if you're trying to be out there, like
You can't be lashing out and shit.
yeah, it's like you gotta watch yourself more. You can't really. It's hard to somewhat be yourself, I guess. If you're trying to be a musician or an artist, like it's just weird.
It's
like
true.
you kind of have to shape yourself into
Just
what
like
society wants to see
be.
in you.
Yeah, you have to do what comforts everyone else, what they want to hear, what they
That
want
was
to see.
like, it
that was
doesn't
almost
matter.
like that was perfect, honestly. That,
Like
that
Billie
couldn't be
Eilish, though,
any more,
like-
Billie
better
Eilish,
spoken.
yeah,
Billie
what-
Eilish, like how, like I feel like she doesn't give a shit, but like look at her.
But maybe like that.
You know, just look at
her.
her. Just look at her.
Yeah.
She's a fucking what do you call it?
You
Industry
never know.
plant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Straight
say
up, straight up.
But industry, like usually when people say industry plant, like they usually never go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is an industry plant. Like they usually have one hit and then people just kind of forget about them. Just
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like Billie Eilish is actually doing like actual numbers. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, she's getting out there. I'll give her that.
Yeah. but like I don't know. Like I feel or I hope that it feels like all these like weird like tattooed faced SoundCloud rappers are
What's up
not
with all the
being
face
acknowledged
tats?
anymore. You know what I mean? Like people are kind of not giving a fuck.
The
like,
face tats is
I
dying
feel
out,
like,
right?
Like I feel like they've been
It's like-
people have been subjected to that like,
For a while
for so
now,
much
yeah.
that like they're just like
all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what I mean?
cares? Like, you have a face tat, cool, good for
Yeah.
you. Like, we
it's
don't care.
like it's happened.
Yeah.
Like it's happened already too many times
Yeah.
for someone to even be like
I feel like-
startled by it.
you know
Yeah,
what? I
yeah.
think like 80% of the people that get those face tats regret that shit too. Like,
it depends on what it is.
I feel like a lot of people.
'Cause,
Regret.
like,
it
yeah,
depends where you
'cause-
have it. Like right here on the side's fine, but once you start going to the forehead and the cheekbones and the right here, like,
Bro,
come on.
as much as that person doesn't give a fuck what people think about them, they'll soon know that they'll be treated differently because of their face tattoo.
Yeah.
Because I've
And
tried
like,
that.
like,
I've
oh,
tried
shit.
that. Like I would wear, bro. I would wear some fucking silly ass hat at Rite Aid, and people didn't treat me seriously.
Just to, like just to experiment.
Yeah, just to experiment.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna wear this hat. Where it has
What
like
kind of
a
hat
little-
was it,
It was like
if
a
I may
propeller.
ask?
It was like the propeller hat. And like I always go to
Fucking
that.
Joem.
I always go to that Rite Aid, and they treat me nicely. But then the time I went with my hat on,
They thought it was retarded or something.
yeah, it's like they just
that.
they just treated me differently. I could tell. It was
just
just
leave 'em
like more passive
leave 'em here, how about
aggressiveness
that?
and shit. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't matter how much I don't give a shit what I wear outside, but I still gotta care what people will
Think.
say. Yeah, in a way, you still kind of have to care because like it'll put you in a disadvantage. Like people judge no matter what. Like
Yeah,
they're
definitely.
gonna judge you.
Yeah, but like you also can't take out the propeller hat right there and be like, hey,
yeah.
I want to be treated with some respect.
So even if you want to be weird, you still kind of like have to consider like whatever you're doing. Like you can't go to an interview with your fucking jeans on or whatever.
Yeah,
shorts,
exactly.
Cut jeans. Like
Even
you
if
still
you
gotta
really want
dress
to.
like
yeah.
professional.
Yeah, I can't
what
walk into a
society
fucking
wants us to fucking
interview
dress like.
with my fucking karate pants on. like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Because like
Unless it's a
even if you don't
dojo,
care,
you know what
even
I
if
mean?
you can do it, even if you're
Yeah.
willing to, you still wouldn't want to do it. You want to dress like
Yeah.
you want to get the job.
Professional, yeah.
It's fucked up.
fucking tie. Dude,
Yeah.
I walked into a fucking interview one time and I had a fucking tie, a fucking long sleeve thing on. I had some fucking slacks. I looked like I was about to go to a fucking wedding, bro.
Sick ass fool.
I fucking walk in and then to like the little interview place where all the other candidates are
Yeah.
to be interviewed.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sitting there and everyone's just kind of like in a hoodie, just texting and shit on it. And I'm just like in fucking sweats. And I'm like, I felt wildly underdressed. I was like, there's no way I'm getting this job. You know what I mean? But I did ultimately. You wanna know why?
Why?
Because I was the most professional motherfucker in the goddamn
And that's
world.
how you do it.
The way you were speaking, or
No, yeah,
Society
no, yeah.
accepted you at that moment.
Like I'm able to switch it up between like kind of like just like shitting around, like, you know, like tossing around like with you guys, and then in the
talking to some
a
real
work environment, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I don't know if this happens with everyone or you guys, so to speak, but like my posture will change if like someone was to come up to me with like a question or something like that. Like if they were unaware of something or like I would be like, oh, and act respectful and speak when spoken to and let them finish sentences, and you know what I'm saying, and like be cordial with the way that I speak. You know what I mean? Like no cursing, nothing like that. You know what I mean?
That's the hardest part. I don't like that about interviews.
About not cursing.
Yeah, you gotta be
I
careful.
get so fucking.
I've had
nervous.
a couple curse words slip out. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it happens.
I get
It's
so
like fuck.
nervous.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me about yourself. What are your strengths and your weaknesses?
It's really annoying. It's like, well, I mean, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, fucking.
It's like shit. I gotta make some shit up. I just bullshit it. Honestly,
you lift 25 pounds.
I bullshit all my interviews. I'm sorry.
It's like, you know, I'm a great team leader.
I think the only
work well with others.
I think the only company.
Yeah, see, you can't get away with that anymore. You gotta set examples now.
Yeah.
How did you become a leader? How were you a leader?
It's like, well, let me tell you, there was one
how do
time-
you explain your leadership skills?
But that's
by
when
leading.
That's when you
Bitch.
that's when you pull some fucking bullshit 4th grade experience out of your ass. You know,
Dude, that's hard.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's hard, dude. I couldn't. I was
No?
about to, but I'm like, fuck. Like they're gonna see that somewhere, like in my job, that I don't know anything about leadership. You know, if I just bullshit, like I get scared of that. So I'm like, there's no point in bullshitting. Fuck it. Like if I don't know, I don't know.
I mean, it depends how much you bullshit. Like if you bullshit still in the realm of what you know what I mean? Like you still have opportunity to learn.
I guess so.
Like you have opportunity to fill that space. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At least you're explaining something. You're giving some type of answer, some type of idea of how your train of thought works.
Exactly. And then
it's the fact that you tried is what matters.
Exactly. Perfect. See, like I said, I couldn't say that any better. That was great.
Wow. I like that. I should have just done that, but I get all anxious. I'm like, dude, like I would literally. Like I had a phone interview, like a Skype interview, and then they asked me.
I've never had
one.
one. How is that?
It's just I don't know.
I've never had that.
It's weird.
Me neither. It's like, hey,
he was all the way in China. This guy was in China. Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to apply as an English teacher to in China.
Okay.
Yeah, like move there for a year and like get paid, and like get your housing and shit over there.
Damn,
but
what the fuck?
Nah, I didn't get the job though, but
that's crazy.
That'd be crazy though.
Yeah, because the interview fucking went shit. Cause
what happened? Go ahead.
Because he was asking like questions that was like, oh, when you had a problem or conflict at work, how did you resolve it? Can you give me an example when you had a conflict at work? I'm there, like, I know I've had conflict at work, but like I'm in an interview, so I'm like, I feel so pressured and rushed. And when I'm like that, nothing comes in my head. I'm like thinking so hard. I'm like, fuck, I can't think of anything. So I would just I pause it for like 30 seconds straight. I kid you not, like 30 seconds. And this guy was just like looking at me, and I'm just like kind of looking aside, trying to think.
Would he say anything, or he just like wait for you?
He didn't say anything. I would just look.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, I can't think of anything. Can you kind of clarify the question? I don't know. I fucking fumbled after that because I just was coming empty. It was weird.
Fuck.
So
that's crazy.
And I think it's just the nerves maybe, or just I don't know if I'm just like I just didn't come up. I know I have conflicts. I've had some. I can think of some now, but like at that time, it's like,
I do that too.
That's an odd question on the spot
on
too.
shit at moments, you know?
It's
like
I'm like that at interviews.
It's like you gotta me a conflict at work. Like I'd be like, now I gotta think of a story I haven't thought of.
When I get stuck, I'll just bullshit. I'll just make some shit up.
Low-key. That's good that you could do that. That's good that you could do that.
You pull some 4th grade story out of your ass. Like,
I'll just be like, well, one time some dude was pissed, and I was just like, hey, it's all good, dog.
Some dude, it's all good.
It's all good, dog.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what I said, but I'm pretty sure I made some shit up like that.
No, if you're along those lines,
yeah. You know, I've told this story before, but I don't think I've ever told it on the podcast. When I used to work for Bed Bath & Beyond.
Okay.
It's a quick story. There was this fucking weird dude outside, and I was cashiering on the first register right next to the entrance. And some dude standing outside, and he's like trying to get my attention. I'm just like, the fuck? And I look over, and this fool's just like, hey man, come here. And I'm just like,
hello.
What the fuck? And he wants me to come outside the store, and I go up to him because it was slow. It was a slow night. It was already like 9 p.m. And there was no customers, so I just go up to him, see what he wants. But I didn't go outside. I was inside the store still. So I'm inside and he's outside, and we're facing each other, right in between the sliding doors. And he's like, hey man, they told me to find you and to give you this message. I'm like, who's they? He's like, the people from the universe, man. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he tells me, all right, when it's 12 a.m., is it night or day? And I actually kind of stumped on this shit. I was like, damn, low key, because it's 12 a.m. So technically it's the morning, but it's dark. So it's technically nighttime.
No.
So I stumped on it like a dumbass that I am. And this fool just tells me.
You're not wrong. This fool was trying to do that, obviously. Like,
he was trying to fuck with you.
Nah, he was like some homeless guy, though. That's the weird part.
Yeah, he's trying to fuck with you.
What else is he going to do?
Nah, but then he looks at me with the most serious fucking face. He's like, exactly. You know why? And I'm like, why? He's like, you're living in the twilight zone. And then he fucking walks away.
And then in your head,
what an actor. That's some good acting right there.
Dude, my boss comes up to me and she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, this guy just wanted to ask something real quick. And then she's like, all right, well, get back to the restaurant. All right, cool. But I just, after he said that, I was like, what the fuck did he mean by that?
You should have walked it like, yeah, some guy just told me I was in the Twilight Zone, but it's alright.
I mean, there's so many more things that are like that, though. Like that type of analogy.
He
not
must have
just
been
that.
fucked up.
Like, you can just say any type of facts and, like, make believe, like, make some people... crazy shit. Like, amaze people with, like, weird facts. Because there's a lot of shit that are like that. Like...
Yeah.
Like, with the colors, I don't know. Like, the yellow and the blue, like they're supposed to look the same, but...
What do you mean? Like, in our mind?
Like, like some shit dress? Like that. Some shit like that.
Like the whole dress.
No.
Like, oh, is it black or blue or blue? Yellow and green?
I can't think of one right now, but like, there's just like so many weird facts that you can mind fuck people with, and like make them feel weird like that, like what happened with you. Because that is kind of true though. Like night and day. Is it 12 a.m.? Oh shit.
It's technically the morning, but it's nighttime.
It's nighttime.
Right.
You know, like that's some shit that like could fuck with people.
Yeah,
but there are some other shit that
it fucked with me indeed.
I can't come up with examples.
Actually, I want to know how you felt when you walked back in. Like, how did you how long did it take you to like kind of like?
I probably spent the whole day thinking about that. I probably went home and probably like still thought about it when I went to sleep. So that type of shit will fuck with me because I'm just like I overthink shit
up to the point where you actually like knocked out. You're telling me you were just.
I was just like, what the fuck did he mean?
Yeah. Bro, do you ever like think like so deeply about death that you're just like, what happens when we die? What happens?
I
when
think about that every single day.
I stopped thinking about death because I feel like it's irrelevant.
I just want to know what happens.
Like it's like you're just deep down in blackness, and then what? Like
if that there's two things. There's two things in my mind that can happen, right? Either it's blackness, or your life gets judged by some fuck, and then you either go from fucking heaven or hell. You know what I mean?
But like, how do we feel? We only feel because we're an animal. We have like senses and shit. We won't feel good or bad if we're dead.
No, that's why.
If we go to hell, we're not gonna feel the burn because we don't have skin and flesh.
I think that's the whole point.
If we go to heaven, we don't have any feelings.
It's supposed to be something to like.
I got some issues
like,
here. Hold on.
Maybe what do you got? What's the issue?
No, keep going. I got
it. It's like something to just like kind of like calm you from thinking about that too much. You know what I mean? Like that's it. That's all it is at the end of the day. It's something to be like, okay, well, I mean, if anything happens to me on the drive home, at least I'm going to heaven. You know what I mean? Or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like a weight off your shoulders. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Or like, but then again, like there's an alternative. You know what I mean? Like to keep you from doing bad things and to keep you from so-called sinning. Like your thoughts are constantly gonna be like, oh man, like
you gotta have faith. You gotta have some type of faith or like some type of values that you believe. If you don't believe in religion,
unknown or faith
like
in what?
Faith in just
humanity?
Something like I feel like okay, like because I think that people who attends church.
Do what? Connected. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I think that they use prayer as a type of meditation, as a type of guidance. You know what I'm talking about?
No, yeah.
It's like because they're scared, like because there's like I feel like they're scared to that, you know.
To admit.
Because when I was going to church because I was scared that I'm not gonna go to heaven or that I'm not gonna be saved. Like I'm not gonna have an you know, to not sin because you're not gonna go to heaven. But if you have values where you believe like, oh, I'm gonna go do good things because I care about humanity and it makes people feel good and it makes me feel good. You know, when you help people, it feels good.
Yeah, but they could also feel good in a sinister way. You know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah, I just manipulated that kid and give me $5. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. You know what I mean? Like you never know people's thoughts. You know what I mean? Like
true thoughts.
Like you never know like how they're perceiving your like your good doing to them they perceive it as them duping you or something. You know what I mean? Or them fooling you.
Some
you know
bullshit.
I mean? And they get off on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like there's always like it's like you have to treat something with like a grain of salt every time. You know what I mean? Like that's why like you never like turn your back on a stray dog. Like that's like a saying. You know what I mean? Because you never know. You know what I mean? Like for instance, I was walking through this alleyway the other night, and it's an alleyway that I take, you know, frequently, but not as frequently as other ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to get home faster. And when I got to the end of the alley, there was this dog, right? And it just kind of comes out of the darkness, like weirdly, honestly.
Like just chilling.
Yeah, weirdly, and like the light at the end of the alley was kind of like it wasn't like a LED light yet. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't transformed into like one of those brighter lights.
It's like that.
Like it was still like one of like the ones that kind of give that orange hue. You know what I mean? So I'm walking through, this dog comes out of the periph. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm walking closer to it, and it's kind of walking in the general direction. Like it's not walking towards me, but it's walking like parallel. No, not parallel, but like
cross.
So if I'm going straight, it's going across. Exactly. So we were gonna meet at the intersection eventually. You know what I mean? So before I reached the end of the alley, I was just like, oh fuck, did I hope this dog doesn't fucking bite the fuck out of me? But that's like a bad thought to have around a dog. You know what I mean? Because
they'll sense that you're being sketchy.
Yeah, like
you're
like
scared.
You're nervous.
You want to be as relaxed as possible around dogs.
So that's what I did. You know what I mean? Like I kind of just like took a deep breath and like kind of just tried to give off the vibe, I guess.
That body language. You gotta use your body language.
That I wasn't trying to harm it or like get close to the house because it kind of looked like it was protecting the house. I mean, like I've never seen this dog before when I went down this alley. And the dog didn't look mangy, but it looked kind of like maybe dirty. Like it looked like maybe like, and like the snout was real long. So when it laid low like that, like kind of like looking at me like that, like I couldn't tell if it was gonna have like a or something. You know what I mean? Like an aggressive feel. So the whole time I was walking back to the end of the alley, like I kept looking back at the dog, looking back, maybe it'll get closer or like maybe something like that, but like eventually it'll just go back into the little pocket of darkness. And I mean, I was just like, what the fuck? No, the whole time I was walking home, I was just fucking with me. And when I got home, I was just like, fuck, I'm going to sleep. Fuck that shit. I'm not thinking about that anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the point is, you gotta be sketchy. You gotta be skeptical of people.
No, you
can't trust people because you don't know.
Like you always have to that
you don't know what they're really thinking in their head.
Yeah, the point of the story is like I don't know what that dog was trying to do, but maybe that dog didn't know what I was trying to do. Maybe that dog that I was trying to creep on the house. There's so many possibilities but I don't know fucking dog. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. And that dog doesn't know what I'm trying to do. Like, our body language, just based off body language alone. You know what I mean? Like, not even physically speaking. Like, we were both trying to fill each other out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what people do on a day-to-day basis without even realizing
You're just, like, trying to read everybody. Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, because you can have the right intention, but someone else might read it the wrong way.
Exactly.
Like the other night, I was hanging out with my friend, and she, like, I said something to her, and then, like, I walked away to the kitchen, and she kind of read that wrong, like, it was, like, a passive-aggressive move. She got mad, and, like, we kind of argued about it, and I'm like,
it was scooting a little more, yeah?
Like, what the fuck? Right, like, you got butthurt because of that?
Right.
But, yeah, I guess, like, the way I presented myself to her, it's like, oh, she thought that, like, I said something, like... Offensive, but I was just kind of making a statement. But not to attack her personally, but she felt attacked.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it's like, oh, okay, I gotta be, like, more careful and, like, really kind of think about how... It sounds stupid, but, like, so many people, or, like, me, myself, like, sometimes I don't even think about, like, what people will think, like, of what I say. Like, I kind of just, like, say shit sometimes. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna say shit.
You think out loud.
You know, yeah, I kind of do, and I'm just like, okay.
I do that too sometimes.
But like, yeah, you kind of be really careful with how you talk to people. It's like, oh, how are you?
Especially nowadays.
How's he gonna react? Yeah.
Like we were saying.
Yeah, but before I just never really cared. I'm like, I don't give a shit like what you say, like how you react. But like,
what would they do at the time? Hop on Facebook and be like, oh, this kid at Ralph's, he wouldn't believe it. Now, like,
he wouldn't believe it.
You know what I mean? Like that, like that's just some granny talking about that. You know what I mean? Like now, everyone's under the fucking glass.
I was with that.
But I feel like people under the magnifying glass are people only of like, you know, like we don't know that their life. I mean, like they're the ones living in the hills and making, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to live in the hills.
Yeah, but you do, of course. But like, however, like, it's just like you're like me, Joseph, and yourself, Joem. Like we're not under that magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Like if I went to Rouse and went, "Fuck you, lady," you know what I mean? Like unless someone like had recorded that, like unless I did it in the public eye, you know what I mean? Like people don't see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially like if you make a big enough scene, most people are scared. I mean, like if
they're like, fuck that shit.
Yeah, people will just be like, well, I'm just trying to
buy my fucking bacon.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's all that's trying to happen. I mean, like no one, like, unless I started being like, all right.
Have you ever seen some crazy shit at a supermarket or or a retail store? Like, what's the craziest shit?
Retail store,
anything, like any store. Like
I saw
people are fucking crazy, man.
I saw someone running out of a Target one time.
Running out of Target?
Yeah, running out of Target.
Like with what?
I don't know. I don't really remember what the fuck they had, but like, cause I wasn't a part of the whole process of like the booking process. You know?
Yeah.
Let's see what he took. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was running. It was kind of this bigger, heavy set guy, and he's running, and he kind of looks kind of like choloed out, and this was fucking just running hard, and then like the fucking LPs at the time like, hey, stop that guy!
Some Spider-Man shit.
And then I look around like this, there's no one around me. They're obviously talking to me, and I go, fuck no, I'm not stopping this rhino coming at me. Because like, what am I gonna do? This fool's literally gonna go.
Was he like, thanks?
Yeah, dude, literally, I thought of Rhino when in like Spider-Man. Like this fool was literally just gonna grab me by my shirt, pick me up, and just go and like fling me 10 miles. So I was like, fuck that shit. I stepped out of the way, and I guess behind me, unbeknownst to me, there was another LP. I just didn't look hard enough, I guess. And this fool just goes, whoa! And I don't even see this fool. Like, that's how the fucking Jedi mind trick this was.
Jedi mind
this
trick.
Fool grabs him. He hits the floor, and then like kind of like put like, I don't like this was some vigilante justice for real. Like I don't know if they were allowed to do this or whatever, but they like put him in like those what are they called, the zip ties?
Oh yeah,
zip ties.
Put him in the zip ties.
They always got those.
And then like this one was just sitting like this, and then like whatever he had, I guess like what like the packaging or what have you like had cut his hand so he was bleeding. And I was like,
oof.
I was like this guy's
poor bastard.
Fired.
Oof.
That was my first thought. You know what I mean?
You know, I didn't experience crazy shit like that. I didn't see shit like that, but I experienced shit like that myself.
How so?
Target.
Oh, what happened to Target? Another Target story, dude. Target's my shit, bro.
8th grade, motherfucker.
8th grade, what happened?
Well, I feel like if I tell the story, Kmart won't hire me anymore. Like, I might not get.
They ain't gonna hear.
They're gonna fucking see this podcast and they're gonna be like, we don't want to hire this motherfucking stealer. But I robbed something. I robbed Target.
What did you rob?
I stole Orange Box, the game with Half-Life.
Oh, nice.
Portal.
That's an easy
and
steal
Team
too.
Fortress 2. It was $20.
What's Orange?
I could have eat. It's 3 games in one.
Yeah,
3 games in one box.
That bundle, yeah.
It's a bundle for $20, and I only wanted Portal 2, Xbox 360.
Oh, what? Oh, that's back.
$20.
Okay, that's back in the back.
It's 8th grade.
I fuck with this. This is a dang story. Okay.
And I fucking, you know, before that, I was stealing a lot of shit, just like little toys, like you know, I was just easy, and I got cocky, so I invited my friend and me, both of us. It was 2 of us. We both, and then we just like, oh, let's go and get some shit, and then we got like a bunch of shit. He got batteries and pencils and pens.
Oh, stocking up.
And a phone case.
The fucking school year's coming up, my guy.
Yeah. And and then I just went straight for the Orange Box. I'm like, I don't want this game. And it was just out in the open. They don't do that anymore. They lock it up in the little case now because of me. And
like, some stores still have them just chilling.
And do they?
Yeah, some of them.
But yeah, so I put it in my backpack. I thought I got away. I was like right by the stairs, like right by the escalator. And the security called me, like, hey.
I'm like,
come here.
Once you hear the 8, you're like,
hey. Come here. And I could have ran. I could have like went down the escalator, just ran. But I'm like a civil guy and kind of
like,
scared.
So you just walked back.
I was kind of scared. If I had like more like bigger balls, I would have just ran.
And plus,
I had a fucking opportunity, but I didn't do it. And they have my face in the camera, so I kind of like, oh, whatever. I got caught. Blah blah blah. And then my friend and I got a citation from Target. We got tickets like $200, and then my friend got to go home, but I had to get sent home with the cops. They called the cops on me. So they put me in a handcuff and they walked me down Target with everyone in there, like fucking everyone. It was like after school. It was at homes too. So there's just like students there. So I just like walk with my handcuffs like in my bag, and just like walking there like a badass.
Look at me.
I felt like a badass, but at the same time, I'm like, it's kind of fucked up. Shit.
I've gotten caught up at Rite Aid when I was in middle school, and that was not fun.
Yeah.
And you know what? It wasn't even intentional. Like, I was just really faded, and I had opened a tactic, and I was just fucking with it in the store. And I guess I still had it in my hand, and when I walked out, the security literally fucking chokeholds me and takes me to the back, and they started questioning me, and they called my mom. And when he grabbed me, he just threw me against the fucking wall, and he had me pinned down. And then I remember Anthony grabbed my board, and he's like, I got your board, bro. I'll see you later. And him and George dipped out, because what the fuck were they going to do, you know? Him and George dipped out, and they took me in, and everyone was just looking at me and shit. And then they called my mom. My mom got there, and then they're like, look what your son stole. And they just pulled out a fucking tech deck.
Oh, my God.
I was just like, man, this is so stupid, man. Wow. Like, and then my mom took me home. She was a little pissed, but it wasn't that serious. It was just a fucking tech deck.
It's a tech deck.
Wow. But this fool really chokeholded me.
You got banned from Target or Rite Aid for like
3 years or so.
Yeah, until you're 18, right?
Some shit. I still went back. They didn't recognize me.
They did. They recognized me when I came back after a stall. Like, I'm like, how the fuck did you tell? Like, they already knew. Like, oh, you can't be here.
They're like, this is you.
Like, as soon as you walked in?
Yeah, it's like they didn't even have a picture ready. It's like they studied my picture. It's like, it was weird.
Yeah,
everybody study this guy.
Yeah, because it was a different security when I came back, and I'm like, what the fuck? How does he know?
Yeah, I really fucks with Target because I worked there a while, and the TPS don't fuck around at Target, bro. They're literally cops. Like, these fools will fucking. Yeah, because they'll get you, dog. If they're onto you, you're fucked. If you're slick enough not to catch their attention, you're good. But these guys are good. Once they catch you, you're fucked, dude.
It's so close to a school with like mindless middle schoolers. What do you expect?
Yeah, no, they're all. That's why they're so alert, dog.
I'm still one of those kids.
So they're so alert.
Sometimes.
They're like,
sometimes. Just kidding. Just kidding. Yo, people take that seriously if you say that.
Yeah, you always have to. You always gotta add the JK, man.
JK. Don't do that shit anymore. Fucking don't want to pay tickets. True. Because I'm a responsible adult.
Who wants to pay a ticket?
Fucking so. I wanted to get into the whole method acting thing.
The government's listening.
I wanted to talk to you like of your personal experience and your your knowledge in general. I know a lot of people know about that shit, but
I know
coming from experience, I mean, it's a whole different thing.
True.
Yeah. So I don't know if I should call it method acting, but I was just doing some fucking social experiments with people, and I was like, because like. I took a bunch of acting classes and I felt numb. Like I didn't know how to react to shit.
And why was that, or what? Like
because I was just like numb as a person. Like I didn't express my emotions a lot when I was a kid. Yeah. You know, my mom, my parents, Filipinos or in general, just don't do that shit.
What? They're just real serious? Or?
Well, I guess my family is, but like they're just like we just never express ourselves like in front of each other. So I'm like I felt numb to a lot of shit. So that's why I took psychology too. Like I was so curious to why. Yeah. Like, why do I feel this way? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was just so curious. Like, I'm just curious to myself, to find myself. Yeah. And I did, like, so many shit just to, like, learn to feel. And that's why I got in a lot of trouble. Because, like, the shit that I say, shit that I do. Because, like, I know sometimes I know it's wrong, but I still go for it to see what happens. Yeah. I'm like, this is not the right choice, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Just to see the outcome? And I do shit like that.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about life, man. It depends on your decision. That's what ends up happening, you know?
Yeah. Like I would go up to people at parties randomly and like I would say some serious shit.
Like what?
I would just like talk really seriously and then, like they look at me like they look at me like I'm so fucking like they just look at me like they're threatened by me. And I like the way they were reacting. I'm like this is I'm like I'm saying some shit like all serious.
You would get into these other characters essentially.
I would just kind of like say like I guess like in the mood. Like I wouldn't get into a specific character, but I would just kind of like try to get a reaction from them or like make them like
so
react to how I'm
social
saying
experiment
shit.
for sure.
Yeah, so I'm like.
That's more of a social experiment.
So like, what would you say?
It was like a social experiment. So I would kind of scare them. I was like,
I mean, like that. Like that's more of a social experiment than like what is on YouTube being called social experiment.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But it's like we steal a painting from the fucking museum.
Yeah, but I wanted to see how
social experiment.
I wanted to see how grounded I could be with people, because I seem to not be grounded when I'm acting on stage. So I'm like, let me try it outside, see how it goes, because I'm so numb from so many shit. And like I would do that. Like I would like say some serious shit. And I would break. I was like, shit, I'm just kidding, bro, dude. I'm just kidding, man. And then they would laugh. And then, like, we would just, like, take it as a joke.
Would you not break sometimes?
Sometimes.
And in those cases, like, what would happen?
I guess, no, I think I would kind of, like, reassure with them later on, like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? I'm just kidding. Like,
I was just fucking around.
I would, yeah.
Would you say some
like,
real, like,
but the thing is, I
shit,
did get in trouble from my fraternity, because now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, that is kind of hazing, because I'm like trying to
stuff
act
that
tough.
you did,
because I would like, scare them. I'm like, so it takes a lot to be in this fraternity, right? Like,
like to newcomers and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to newcomers.
You just fuck with them.
Yeah, but I wasn't. It's really stupid. I didn't think about like, oh, that does kind of sound like hazing, because you're scaring them, and it's like making them feel uncomfortable. So yeah, I didn't see that, but I did it anyway. So I kind of got in trouble from that. And also, like, I would do this thing, like, when it's kind of, like, not messed. I don't know if it's messed up. Fuck it.
Fuck it, dog.
I would say, I would walk up to a girl, and then, like, I would talk to her, like, and really listen and be interested. And then, like, I would just, like, I would ask a question, and then and when they give me an answer, I just look disappointed and walk away.
Like, no matter what the answer was?
Yeah. And then I would just walk away, and then they would like kind of like, oh wait, they would chase after me.
And you
I was just
so
like,
you would do it to see if they would
bother? Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like, oh shit, it worked. Oh fuck. Yeah,
it's funny.
And I guess it looked bad.
Yeah.
And I'm just like realizing now, like, oh, I shouldn't have done those kind of shit, because it does kind of look bad.
But you know what? You wouldn't have known that type of reaction would happen if you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So if you truly wanted to know, I mean, that was the only way to find out.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do shit. I do shit like that just to like test out like what people would say, and people judge. People do judge. People,
and that's why I'm not like that. I try not to. Well, how do you say? What's the word? Put labels on people, and it happens because naturally, as humans, we label people, whether we want to say we don't or not. I can say all day that I don't judge people. I really try not to, and personally, deep down, I don't judge people. But there's times where my human instinct will, and that's not my fault. You'll assume shit based on race, based on gender, and it's just our human instinct, our human mentality.
Yeah, that's just called fucking walking alone at midnight.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
but
I don't trust nobody.
For the most part, you don't have to be so fucking judgmental. Like, everyone's different, and it's the people that think that everyone has to be fucking boring and normal. You gotta have this stupid ass normal job, and you gotta do things this way, have a family this way, get married, all this shit. Like, if you want to, cool, do it, but you don't have to live by all these fucking standards. Everyone's different. Everyone thinks different.
Definitely.
Everyone likes different things. That's what I mean. I hear people out, man. I'll never be like, oh, you're fucking weird, dog. Like, unless you really are, like, unless you've really, like, fucking done some weird shit, and I'm just like, dog, what the fuck?
Like, somebody's like, you ever fucked a rabbit?
But for me to actually say you're fucking weird, it's because I truly know you did some weird shit. Other than that, I'm just like, whatever, dog.
Well, everyone, like, the shit that we have here, dude, like, I'm so grateful for the things that we have here. Like,
right, yeah.
In the
what do you mean, in like life in general,
like,
or
the opportunities out here?
Oh, you mean in the United States?
Yeah, because I grew up in the Philippines, dude.
Okay, so you started there. Oh, okay, I see. I never knew that.
So getting a job out here, like, you could buy anything you want with minimum wage.
Yeah,
as long as you work the hours.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Philippines, even if you want to do that, you don't even have the choice.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get jobs out there. You need a college degree.
Yeah, that's the people don't fucking understand that, dude. In the United States, it's super easy to get jobs.
It's so easy to get jobs, and like, I don't understand how you can be jobless. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to push people who are like jobless.
But there's jobs everywhere. Like, there's definitely jobs everywhere.
Yeah, there's definitely jobs somewhere. You can even find some under the table. But it's just people are picky.
I've been working since I got out of high school nonstop. I've never had a period where I quit a job and I didn't work for a period of time. Then got it like what I always had a job and then quit it with already having another job. Like I've been working straight since I was 18, man.
Kudos,
course,
man.
bro. Like,
that's all I do. It's like
you don't quit a job unless you got another job. You know what I mean?
Because
like,
my mentality is you got to keep working no matter what, man. Like I stopped going to school, so I might go back eventually, but
no work, no money, no what, no process.
Got to get that guap.
Yeah, you still need money. Like you don't need to be that rich, but like you gotta maintain yourself.
Yeah, just save up.
You know,
get a decent job and stack up. That's all you gotta do. That's what I've been doing. That's what this guy does. You know, that's how we do it.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. How it should be. But anyway, I'm going off subject here.
But like, being minimal, like keeping everything minimal though. Yeah. Like that's the best, because like if you have a lot of expensive things and you have an expensive lifestyle, then like you're gonna have to work harder to pay for the bills, to maintain all that shit. So then you're gonna stress yourself out, and people complain why they're so stressed.
You know what's funny? It's like rich people, billionaires, are they really rich? Because they're spending all this money to the point where it's like if they're living our lifestyle, where you know, like $1,000 TV is expensive to us, but they're over here buying $1 million TV. But that's still it equals out because they're spending over the top money that equates to what they're earning.
Yeah, like why do you need like expensive cars for like? Well, like just because you can afford it. That's
Look at Danny Trejo. This motherfucker's a famous actor, and he still lives in San Fernando.
Yeah,
he lives in the suburbs.
I see that for Ralph's.
I see him at the gym.
Yeah,
he lives out here in the suburbs in San Fernando. You know.
Yeah,
that's cool. But and he still helps out a lot.
Danny Trejo's level of fame isn't like.
I wouldn't say it's superstar, you know but come on, dude. He's Machete. He's been in Halloween. He's been in a lot of big movies.
Bro, I swear on my life, we should do this as a social experiment. Go around and ask people if they've seen Machete. I guarantee you'll be like, no, never seen it.
You got a point. You got a point there, but still, you know, you get my drift. Like he's pretty out there.
No.
And he's a humble guy though.
Yeah, no,
he is humble.
He's humble as shit.
I won't get him like I won't be like
I should have
knock him characteristically, and I didn't mean to knock him in a career way either. This fool, what's he care what I say? This fool is fucking selling tacos in LA, like. This fool doesn't give a fuck. And donuts. This fool gives no fucks.
He's got his businesses, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking set.
This fool set himself up properly. I mean, like he bought into a fucking business. He motherfucking bought into property. Now he's just fucking laxing on what are they called when like you get checks every now and again?
Well, for salary, I don't know.
Not for like doing a movie.
Beats me.
Payout.
It's
or,
like
vouchers.
No, like it's like if they play it, you get paid.
Oh, residuals.
Residuals.
Okay.
He steals his motherfucking residuals, baby. Yeah. You already know it. And I mean, every time Spike TV plays Machete.
Spike TV always plays Machete. Man.
Yeah, I know.
So
it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this was just over here like. And I'm balling now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm balling now.
Fucking speaking of movies, let's talk about some movies. Joem, what's your favorite movie of all time? If you could pick one movie, if that's possible. I know I can. I could pick one movie.
Pick one movie?
Regardless of the genre, regardless of anything, just if you could just pick one movie out of all the movies in existence, what would it be?
I hate that question.
It's a hard one, right?
I hate that
it's a super hard one.
It's terrible.
Okay, fine. Let's make it easier.
You're gonna say TV show, then I'll just say like The Office.
Are you more? Oh, that's a good one.
Office.
I love The Office.
Like it's cliche now though, because everyone loves The Office.
Everyone loves The Office,
but it is such a good show.
For a reason.
I don't even want to watch any other TV shows because I just find everything.
That's a
corny.
show. Yeah. That's a show you could rewatch. No, you know what's actually a pretty good show?
True.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec is the same thing because it's the same
universe too.
Same creator, same universe. So
it's actually really funny. I slept on that one.
Yeah, I can't watch any other ones because I feel like everything is just like cheesy.
All right, fine.
The Office is not.
With the Halloween season coming up, what would be your favorite Halloween based? Okay, either a movie that's scary or a movie based during that holiday, Halloween.
Yeah. Okay, I can get behind that.
You know, like for example, Halloween. But there's a lot of movies based during the Halloween time. Okay. Or just horror movie in general.
I like
Thriller, yeah.
I like Matilda.
Okay.
When I was a kid,
what's that?
Matilda
is like with the powers.
The powers, yeah.
She was my crush when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Was
like
it the eyes?
My sisters always watched it, so I watched it with them when I was a kid.
Funny.
And Babe. Babe.
Oh, Babe.
Those two movies.
What the fuck is that?
Babe is like.
I mean, I wouldn't say those are horror movies, but
No, but like just in general.
Okay, in general. Okay, in general.
Yeah.
I got you.
Those are like
we're
my
going
two.
back to the general.
Yeah,
shit.
that's like the movie that I can always remember like watching as a child, and I'm like, okay, those are two good movies.
I remember both of those. I remember both of those. Babe, especially. Babe was a Universal film.
Yeah.
They're both Universal films.
Like
if
she
I'm
got the powers
not
and
mistaken.
shit.
Yo,
And the teacher was really scary.
Yeah, she was a bitch.
But then the teacher was cute.
No, do you want
The other one,
No.
the other one.
No.
I don't remember the other one. Oh,
The one that adopted her.
I know what you're talking
she's
about.
Donut,
Yeah.
Donut is my favorite scene from that movie. Honestly, now that I really think about it, is when she's like, "You're gonna eat this cake."
The cake scene.
Oh, is that the fat kid?
That was so.
The fat kid that starts eating the cake. Is that the same movie?
I used to be so scared of that. Yeah, I didn't like that scene.
Shit.
I didn't like that scene.
No, I did. It made me want to eat
Oh,
cake.
because like the dark background.
Yeah, it's just like it was. She was.
It made me want to just down some cake.
It was very demanding.
Yeah,
I want cake right now. Actually,
I think that's the reason why I'm scared of superiors. I have I'm like
eat
traumatized by that. I'm like, dude,
man.
like when I see like a teacher or something, I'm like, don't do that to me. I don't know. Like I have like some type of trauma from that.
I understand. I comprehend that.
Okay.
And then what was the other one? Honestly.
Oh, it was. He said, "Babe."
So the pig movie, right?
The pig movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like those little little piglets or the hamsters that come out like 3 days later.
Oh yeah, the fucking in the corner and shit.
Yeah, I love
when
those
the scene
motherfuckers.
splits.
I love
Okay,
them.
what about video games? Because I know you do Twitch, so we could talk about that as well. Anyway, have you ever played any like horror games, whether on Twitch or off Twitch, that like really fucking scared you? Like any
Outcast.
Outcast.
Yeah, Outcast.
Wait.
Yes. Outlast.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, you know what I meant.
I know what you meant.
Outlast.
I haven't finished the second one, but that was pretty creepy too. No, the first one's good though, man.
Have you played the
Holy
Whistleblower?
shit.
Nah.
Like that one's in between the first and second.
Have you?
Yeah.
No, but I've seen gameplay.
It's a
I've seen
DLC. It's a
gameplay.
DLC, right?
I've seen the
Yeah.
gameplay. It looks fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It is.
No,
Wait,
dude,
but
Outlast
isn't
is
it-
so good,
Yeah,
man.
and
That shit
and
got me
Outlast
like
great.
this. Like, it gave me anxiety,
I
man.
hated fucking getting chased.
In the
That was
dark,
the
your
worst.
shit runs out of battery. You're just
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you just gotta keep the
Outlast is
like,
good. Outlast
what do you
is
call it?
fucking
video
good.
camera. You always gotta have it
Yeah,
on.
that's pretty much the gag of the game. The second one too. Have you played the second one?
No, but I heard it was bad, so I
It's
didn't
pretty-
get it.
Really?
I heard.
It's alright.
I haven't seen
Isn't there a
it.
third
I don't
one?
think it's as good. Nah,
I'm tripping.
Not yet.
Oh no, yeah, because the second one was about the church that I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that whole cult.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Forest.
What's that?
Oh, here
It's
we
a
go.
survival game where
The Forest. It sounds
yeah.
familiar. I don't think I've ever
It's
played
a
it though.
survival game where you get in a plane crash and you crash in an island full of cannibals.
Oh,
And now
is
you
there a
gotta
trailer for that somewhere?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up while you talk about it.
And now you gotta survive. So you gotta hatch it.
What's
in
it
the
called?
beginning, the forest.
The Forest.
You gotta hatch it, and then like you cut down trees for resources. You kill your own
Oh
food.
shit, I have heard of this. Yeah,
You
yeah.
like, dude, it's such a good survival game because it feels like you're in it. Like it feels like you're like surviving like
And
an
then you-
actual
like,
like.
Is this
you can
new?
pick up a
accident.
rock.
Is this like
no,
a new thing?
No, it's pretty old, like 5 years ago.
Damn.
Right there, the third one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does it say on it?
This is the
It's
Forest
the launch trailer.
Yeah, just watch like the middle of it or something.
Okay.
Alright. Let me
I have some gameplays on my Twitch if you want.
Trident Tropical
we
Beat
could do that too.
I
Wait,
like
what the
that.
fuck? This shit froze or what?
Vibes.
We got you on the whole shit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Sorry.
We got this too though.
We got on the screen, baby.
That's the main.
Try to. Is it on desktop?
That shit probably froze.
Is that desktop?
Yeah, that's the desktop.
It's all good.
Here, I'll check it right now while we watch this. So this is the game?
Yeah, I have seen
Yeah.
this movie. This fucking
Game?
video game.
Yeah.
And there's like these weird things,
Yeah, they come out at night, especially.
and like the whole point of the game is like kind of like Minecraft to like build your fort up.
So it's like Minecraft survival, but with like some crazy shit.
like think of those as like the
Yeah, I've never
creepers
even
or the
seen like
zombies or
any of
whatever.
this. It's got a hatchet.
But like, is it like is there a story?
Oh, what the
or-
fuck was that?
Yeah, you gotta find your kid. Some Octomom.
Oh, so there's monsters too. Oh, hell to the no.
Oh, you can do multiplayer too. You can have partners.
So you
with
gotta build forts and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this shit
I like playing
froze.
solo because it really feels like you're alone.
Yeah, that would be
You get a
sick.
zip lines.
Real quick, I just need to go back.
And what I never got about the game is how come there was always like someone would always have like it would look like they had their axe put in like a fire or like it looked hot. You know what I mean? Like
their what?
Like their axe or like their weapon. It looked like it was put in like a fire. You know what I mean? Like it was like made like to be like hot. I mean, like you know how when you torch something up, you know what I mean, and it gets like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the metal color gets like really like
that,
red.
Like, that's what their axe would look like sometimes. I never understood why.
On the forest?
Yeah, like.
Well, probably because they're forging it or some shit.
I don't know. No. But like they'll just carry it around. Like, was it like enchanted or was it like some sort of weird?
No, cause you can have like a fire arrow.
Oh, there you
Maybe
go.
it was a fire arrow, like, cause you can lit up the arrow and then like shoot it with the bow.
Okay.
And then
Could be
set people on fire.
Or maybe it was just like some sort of aesthetic. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
you know
so. I mean? Yeah, like a DLC.
Yeah, like when that game.
I didn't buy shit from that. I didn't buy shit from that game.
Yeah.
It was like $13.
No, I feel you. Like pay to play is whack as fuck.
Yeah, fuck all that shit, man. That's a new thing too. Like almost everything's fucking pay to play.
No, yeah.
So
well, what scary games you guys play?
Honestly, you know what's one of my favorite, and I play it a lot. I play it almost every year. It's Silent Hill Homecoming. I love that game so much.
Hey, how's the
Silent Hill Homecoming is so good. I love that game. That's a good one. I love the soundtrack. I've even sampled it before in my music. It's such a good game.
How's
fucking
the
awesome.
Darkness treating you? Have you been playing?
I haven't played it in a little bit, but last I played it was still fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
Have you played the Darkness?
The Darkness? Nah. Dude, I haven't been playing like
it up there.
hard video games because it's like I just try to play like the competitive video games.
What do you mainly
like
play?
PUBG.
Okay.
Like PUBG.
How long you been doing Twitch? Like a year now or longer?
Like
few years
since like December of last year.
Okay,
almost like
so
a year.
Yeah. Okay, so a year.
Almost
okay.
a year, and then like, but yeah, I stopped though. Like after like the whole incident like on Instagram and shit.
What do you mean?
Like after I posted a bunch of shit like
on
on Instagram.
What you were telling me about earlier?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it was like back in March. Like
so you haven't hopped on since, or?
Well, I have. I would kind of hop here and there, but it's just not the same. Like I just feel different now. Like
okay.
After that happened, like, cause I took a vacation in Hawaii for like 2 weeks.
I remember seeing your posts.
Yeah, so I would stream for like every day, and then I stopped when I went to Hawaii. So that kind of like
took you out of the funk?
Took me out of the funk and the flow, and like when I got back here, because I had such a good time in Hawaii. Like it was a great time, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I had, I met a girl there, but then we ended up not working because some shit.
You told me that story earlier.
Yeah. And but yeah, and like when I got back here, that happened. So I'm like, oh, that kind of disappointed me a little bit, and all these other shit happened too. So it's like a lot of personal shit, and then like, yeah, as much as it's like I knew the right thing to do, like to motivate. I knew how to like motivate people, but like I realized that like, oh shit, when shit happened to me, it's like, oh fuck, I felt weak from that. Like it was hard to like kind of get myself back up from the shit that just happened to me, because I was like, I started to realize like shit, like why did I say those things? Like I didn't have to like bring them out in public like that or say shit like that on Instagram. I could have just kept it to myself or talked to those people like in person. But I was only realizing that after I got back, because I'm like, I feel kind of bad now, because I felt like the victim at that time, but then now I feel like I'm the bad guy.
You still feel like that?
I sort of do, and now I'm.
Did you ever make peace with them?
Yeah, I apologize to some of them.
So you guys are cool now?
We're cool, but like we don't like hang out and shit. It's just like
it's just awkward now.
Like it's just awkward. Like I can't go back to the same like Joem. Like I feel like I can't be myself around as much anymore. Around just anywhere, because I see everyone around, like, because it's the valley, like,
of course
I felt different after that incident. I just couldn't like be Joem as much. I feel like I have to keep my guard up.
After what incident? The whole thing with those
like
guys,
the fraternity, just like my ex, and it just felt weird.
It was just everything at once, right? Like
just everything at once.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got a fucking citation for smoking weed in public.
Oh, you told me about that, yeah.
And like I felt degraded by that cop, because that cop was an asshole. Because
how did he approach you?
He gave me a citation, fucking harassing me, saying that I kept smoking weed after he told me not to.
When he didn't?
But he didn't. I was skating like somewhere else. I smoked once. I smoked once, okay? But it was like away from people, and like, like I didn't like. The cop was telling me that I smoked twice. Like he told me not to do it the first time, and then I didn't listen. But I didn't. I just let another guy borrow my pipe. And I was skating along, and I was done. I didn't want to get too high while I'm skating. I just took like one hit.
Yeah.
So then like I let this guy borrow it, and then the cop came by to me and was like, "Oh, I thought we told you not to smoke weed," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, he's acting smart. Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
He thought I was acting smart. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't know that you told me. And like, here's a picture of you. I'm like, what the fuck? You took a picture of me from far away?
Damn, they had
the fuck? Some
picture.
privacy shit right there, bro. And they're like, I kept denying it. They're like, you didn't tell me not to smoke. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, they weren't even listening to me.
Damn,
and I was
crazy.
like, actually, like obeying them, like saying, like, you know, because the other guy who was smoking as well got caught, and he was like not complying. He's just being a bitch, like not being a bitch, but like he was like kind of like
more
ignoring
disobedient.
them. Yeah, it's like, show me your ID. He's like, no, I don't have it. Like he was acting really high, and they were mocking him. They were mocking him too.
Damn.
I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're cops. Like your job is not to
Dude,
mock.
a lot
Your
of them
job-
don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
you're like mocking people and shit, like talking to them like they're stupid just because they're smoking weed. But like truly though, like I didn't even hear them. Like okay, like I guess it's like illegal to smoke weed in public now. And it was in Venice Park where you fucking like Venice Skate Park where everyone fucking smokes weed.
Yeah.
And the problem is the other guy didn't get a ticket, but I did. I got a citation.
Aw, man.
And I told him, I
That's
even
that
told,
one time.
I
Yeah.
told him off. I was like, yo, so what the fuck? Like, you guys are not giving him a ticket, but I am. And he's like, yeah, like whatever. You just go smoke your weed outside somewhere else. Then the other cop,
What a
or
dick.
somewhere else. And then the other cop was like, well, at least you get to skate the skate park. And I told him, like, no, you ruined it. Like, I don't want to fucking stay here. Fuck this shit. Like, I said some
ruined
shit
it.
like that. Like, you know, I was just like,
That's
fuck that. Like,
beautiful.
Yeah,
the fuck?
all that shit.
No, why would I want to stay?
you
Like, the
ruined
fuck?
it.
Yeah, like, I said something like that. And then I walked away after. And then it's been about like 3 months now. And I guess they, like, I don't know if they felt bad or whatever, but I don't see the ticket online. Like, it's not registered. I don't know if they, like, input it or
So you
anything.
didn't have to pay?
I don't know because they
Hopefully
didn't put
not.
it because I guess they
Scared now.
felt bad or whatever because I talked to them.
Right. Yeah.
I hope they did. I hope that affected them because like they're fucking assholes. But
Hey,
yeah, I don't see the
hopefully.
ticket, so I guess I don't have to pay for it. So, but yeah, dude, cops are assholes.
Yeah.
Like you
Some.
dude, don't let them like crush you like that.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of
especially
them
if you
try to
don't.
be
And don't let them push
intimidating.
you around.
They
Yeah.
want
be-
to push you around to intimidate you, especially if you don't speak English. That's so
Aw,
fucked.
man.
What if
Especially nowadays, man.
you know, like yeah, there's so many people that like don't speak English and like can't defend themselves, and then the cops or whoever's in power can dominate that person.
Yeah.
Like, nothing like just crush you, just take over you, just because you can't communicate. So it's really important to know your law and your rights because not a lot of people
Definitely.
there
And then
know
this-
what they're talking about.
100%.
And in this day and age, it's more important than ever, man. Like, there's just too much going on right now.
Yeah.
Too many people trying to take it. I mean, look at Trump. He's over here talking about put snakes and fucking shit in the fucking water so that people get attacked trying to cross the border and shoot them down and all this shit. It's like-
Snakes in the water.
yeah, he's talking about
Isn't
some
there already
medieval.
snakes in the
So
water?
He's
creative.
talking about some medieval time
Some
shit.
creative shit
Yeah,
right
he's saying
there.
to throw
What
snakes
the
and
fuck?
sharks in the
I know.
water or some shit.
I wonder how long this fool just stayed awake. Like I know what it is.
He's on
snakes.
tweak, you know. Like this fool takes a lot of medication. Like he's
No,
not.
it's
This fool sleeps like 2 hours,
Adderall,
3 hours a
isn't it?
day.
It's
I don't know,
Adderall.
man. This fool's on some shit. He's on perks or some shit.
Percocets put you to sleep, no?
Yeah, I
And
don't.
then maybe Addies.
I don't do politics, but
Me
yeah,
either,
I think,
but
I think I should.
you know,
I think we should impeach him.
you know, man.
Yeah.
I've never been
I
about
think it's too
politics.
late.
I've never been about politics until Donald Trump took office because
Do you know why?
Scary.
it would.
Do you know why I feel like-
it's weird, man. It never in my life has politics have ever been this out of control, and that's why now I'm more focused on it because I feel like if it's this out of control, then everybody's got to be informed, bro. We got to wake the fuck up with what's going on right now, dog. This is some shit. This is history in the making. And look, I'm not gonna get political. I swear to God, I'm just talking about more or less of the future and more or less of the concept of the end of the world because this, goddamn it, seems like it.
I mean,
This seems like the beginning of the end. This is like some crazy shit, man.
A good song for that is called "Wild Time" by Wise Blood.
Or
There
Mad
we
World.
go.
You should play
Mad-
that. Mad
oh,
World.
Mad
Oh, that's a little
World.
depressing
Fucking
though.
love that song.
I gotta take a.
Like "Wild Time" by Wise Blood.
Go for it.
Bro. Like that song resonates with me so much.
Wait,
What song is it?
Wise Blood.
I'm gonna look it up. I
Wild
don't think I've
Time.
ever heard it. Wise Blood?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Like I've listened to her. It's so hard to listen to new artists nowadays.
I know.
And I've been
I feel
clinging
that.
to her a lot, like to this girl, like
Who's it by?
Wise Blood, Wild Time.
All right.
She talks about
This
like,
one?
yeah, don't play play the regular version. Yeah, the
This
third one. Yeah,
Cool.
it's
Let's
like a
see.
chill folk song,
Okay.
and it's like
So
she
you're
talks
saying-
about like how like
This would be the end of the world soundtrack right here.
not end of the world. She's just talking about how wild the time we're living in. You know what I mean?
Is this a recent song?
Yeah, like last year.
Okay.
And like I've been listening to her so much because like I just like the way she writes, man. Like,
what kind of music is this? Is this like indie or?
I would
like
just say folk.
Folk.
Like
Oh,
folk
okay,
music.
okay. Okay.
Kind of like she played with what's her name? Casey Musgraves.
I don't know.
You know
who
her?
that is.
Some fucking country singer.
Country. See, I don't really listen to a lot of country.
I don't know why I say fucking, but like I think she's a good singer. She's a good artist. But like
Would this
is,
be considered like country or folk stuff?
I guess like this would be like sort of indie folk.
This is chill. I could
Like it's
fucking
chill.
rock to this.
It's chill. I like her really deep voice. Like she has a deep voice.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, this reminds me of like some indie stuff mixed with like country because of the way the guitars are and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is definitely like some the end type shit. Yeah, Will probably could fuck with this too. Put those earphones on. Let me know if you fuck with this. Kind of reminds me of damn.
Some Red Dead Redemption shit.
Yeah, that too, but not of
Like you're on the saddle, like.
forgot her name.
Kind of makes sense. I can see that.
You know what I mean?
Just riding into the sunset.
Yeah, like you just defeated a whole village full of bad
Full of
guys.
gangsters. Just lights. Yeah, I could definitely see
like
that.
that.
She's talking about beauty that's a machine that's broken.
Beauty that a machine.
What does that mean exactly? Or what does that mean to you?
I guess what that means to me is that beauty is subjective. Sometimes beauty is ugly for someone else, and ugly is beautiful for someone
That's
else.
so fucking spot on. Beauty is subjective. It's all opinions. It's all what you
opinions.
think.
Yeah, but we're brainwashed to think that beauty
Is a
is
certain
whatever
way.
we see on Instagram.
It's very true.
But beauty could be anything, depending on the value that the person puts on that object or
and the
person.
And the mistake people make is on Instagram. It's fake as fuck, man. Everything on there's fake.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe not everything, but
I like her too because she talks about that shit. She talks about like our generation. There's a song about like our generation, how fucked up it is. Like technology fucks us
dude,
up. But
technology took over
know?
our generation completely,
But,
and it's
you
taking
know,
over the new generation as well. You go to a restaurant. I guarantee you're gonna see every fucking kid in there with a tablet. Headphones like this.
Yep.
And just locked into that shit.
Bro, people don't even play outside anymore. They have a Nintendo, what do you call that? There's a new Switch where you can play online with your friends like next to each other. Like there's a new one that came out, like the light version.
Oh yeah.
The one that we can't split the controllers. It's just like a Game Boy Advance.
Oh okay.
But like, yeah, it's just like kids are just like getting drawn in technology, dude. But it's all about moderation because we all need technology. You know,
it's gonna become very normal. It's gonna become so normal.
Really loud.
But the problem is people don't know how to moderate it. I mean, like, like it's so new and advancing so quickly that how could you really be able to moderate something that is learning you faster than you're learning it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You what do you think about AI? You think that's a problem?
Terrifying.
I've always thought it's a problem, but I think maybe we might be overthinking it. Maybe it won't be as bad. Maybe think about it. Technology needs us in order to operate anyway. So without us, what the fuck is this? Or are we just
gonna repair each other?
Or you think we're just a base? You think we're just a starting ground for all that shit?
I think they'll learn
how
to create each other.
You believe in all that AI takeover bullshit? Like Elon Musk, he talks about that a lot.
I mean, dude.
I mean, it's possible.
Robots.
Look at Terminator.
Yeah, robots are smart. Like Alexa's smart, Siri's smart.
Oh yeah.
Like,
that's why
imagine like you can just tell a robot, "Hey, go fuck up that person," and it just goes up to you and fuck you up.
Hey, we're starting to get sex robots for some reason. Where there's more dolls,
bro, dolls.
We're getting to the robots. Though.
Yeah, but fleshlights. It's like the same thing as a fleshlight.
Thank God. I could proudly say I've never used one of those.
Bro, like that's like one of the safest. You know, if you look up that people masturbate and shit, like
no judgment though, no judgment. If you want to use that shit, all for it.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like
it.
yeah, bro,
I've never fucking.
But like, yeah, it's like people are going technology now. Like
it's gonna get to the point where you don't even need a girl. Like
yeah,
it's gonna be a robot, sex robot. Fuck it whenever you want, and you're good.
Yeah, but then one day it's
I mean, I couldn't do that, but it's gonna rip your dick off.
It's weird because there are people who actually get attached to cars.
Yeah, there was that guy on
Fox cars. There's
a guy that fucked
the muffler.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one of that dude? He names his car Chase, and he's like fucking the muffler. He was on like TLC or some shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So if you can have that
Chase.
same attachment for a car, I'm sure you can have the same type of attachment to a robot.
Chase is also an ironic name
for a car
because
why?
like car chases, you know.
Oh, dude, you're funny.
I thought it was like a guy named Chase.
No,
It is a guy name.
Yeah, but that's not.
So the dude was also homosexual. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with
Nothing
that.
wrong with
No
that.
judgment.
I'm just pointing it out.
It's just pointing it out. It's just a fact.
But did he ever state
Nothing
that?
wrong
I
with
need
that.
that LGBT coming
Just
after
because
me.
I said gay doesn't mean it's
Hey,
bad.
Quick question, Joanne, because I've asked a lot of people about this, and I'm just curious of what other people think. Okay, what do you think about transgender people? You think that's cool?
I don't care.
Me either.
I just won't date one. I'm
Exactly.
just not my culture. I'm just not used to it.
Okay, cool.
It seems. I feel like for the new generation later on, they'll accept it more. But to me, I didn't grow up loving
dudes,
a transgender. You know, it's just odd for me. And I'm not saying people out there are odd, but just to me, because the culture
it's different. Like, I don't judge, but what I think is weird, for example, this is my best example, when dudes who convert into girls compete in women's sports, because to me it's not fair. It's really not fair, and I've gotten so much shit for this, dude. I've had a lot of people that I know that are like gay and stuff, and they defend transgender people. I do too. I think it's okay if you want to be transgender. It's fine.
I could see an argument. I mean, I
but
could see it.
How about you guys have your own section? Like, there's women's sports, there's male sports, and there should also be transgender sports or transgender whatever.
Like if you're a male, if you're a male transgender, you go with the male transgender.
If you're a girl transgender, you go with the girl transgender. No matter of what you look like, it depends on the gender.
I think because your hormones are different.
And the argument is that the genitalia doesn't matter. That fucking you can identify as either or. It doesn't matter what genitalia. But at the end of the day, let's be for real. You could be transgender. You can dress whatever the fuck you want to dress like. That's fine. But let's not be stupid, okay? Let's fucking look at the fact that we each got a dick or you got a fucking vagina. All right.
Yeah. And testosterone.
You got
guys get more testosterone.
That's the main.
Even about that.
That's the main thing. That's the main thing. When you got so
we're
much
always fucking horny. We always want to fucking do shit because like that's why we're faster. That's why men tend to be bigger.
That's why we get mad more. And that's why we have less control.
And that's why it's like it's unfair to put a guy in a women's.
So when you have testosterone like that and you identify as a girl, but you're over here wrestling chicks, like, dude, come on, you're gonna win easy. Come on, like. That's my only argument. That's my only argument. Other than that, do whatever you want, man. I don't judge nobody. Whatever the fuck you want to do.
100%.
But also respect what I fucking not what I believe in, because like I said, I'm open-minded and I don't really judge too often. But just respect my wishes and my, what I like.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
If you want me to
I'll
do
fuck
the same.
with you if you're transgender. I don't care. I'll fuck with you. You're cool. Like, what's up? But if you're expecting me to fucking be attracted to you or something, not saying that's like offended. That's really ignorant to say, because I'm just like trying to say like, oh, they're automatically attracted to me because I'm a guy. Nah. I'm just saying like stuff like that, and also the fact that like they have all these like different things you have to know, like in the LGBT community, like there's all these crazy.
The pronouns.
Look, I don't care about none of that shit. Okay, if you want to go ahead and live your life like that, that's cool, man. I won't judge you. You can explain it to me, but if you expect me to fucking be educated and all that, go kick rocks, bro. Like,
it's
get the fuck out of here. I got my own life to deal with. I got my own shit I'm interested in. I'm not gonna be studying your shit.
It's too late in life to be even trying to be concerned about shit like that.
Yeah,
and it's so new. Like, not a lot of people know about it. Like, not many people know about pronouns. Like, if I call you the wrong pronoun, don't get mad at me. I'm sorry.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, don't force me to do it either.
Word. Yeah.
It's like, fuck, like, what, you're gonna call the cops on me, or like
it's like I accidentally called you a he when you used to be a he and now you're a chick. Like, my bad. Like, dude, come on,
bro. Like, people mess up. It's an honest mistake.
And people were giving like Bruce Jenner's kid shit because he referred to his dad as a he and he's not a he anymore. But it's like, dude, first of all, that's his fucking dad. Second of all, big fucking whoop. I'm sure he didn't intend to like offend or anything.
Yeah, it's like they demand respect just because they changed their gender.
It's too new and like.
And I respect them, but just don't like I said, don't expect me to be all educated and shit.
No, definitely. No one expects that at all. I mean, like, the people that do are the ones that are trying too hard. I mean, for the process of, I mean, it's just like, all right, I get it. I mean, like, it's a struggle, it's a fight. Like, don't get me wrong, like, all that stuff is fair and good.
And I understand they do struggle and stuff, but like I said,
but at the end of the day, it's like no one cares about how anybody feels. I mean, so like all of a sudden we have this kind of fake sense of acceptance. Like
you feel like you have to accept to not take shit from people.
Yeah,
that's how everyone is nowadays. Nobody accepts because they truly accept. Everyone accepts because they don't want to be like talk shit to and seen as that type of fucking person that's shaming anyone. Like everyone wants to.
Everyone's too scared now. Like, which is sort of good because like a lot of people express the wrong shit. Like it's very offensive sometimes, or like some people just say stupid shit. But like, it is still kind of hard because it's like. In a way, it kind of limits us on our communication, like the way we express ourselves. Because now it's like, it's kind of scary to say anything nowadays. Because like you don't know how people are gonna perceive it.
Going back to those censorship shit, man. Everything's more censored now. Yeah. Music, shows, like there's so many things that movies would get away with back in the day that now if you did something like, fuck,
people forget how fucked up shit was back in the day, and now all of a sudden like everyone's supposed to care and be giving and
at least we're not like doing genocides and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That was worse.
Like people forget how much like time it's taken to work up to this point. You know what I mean? There's no sense forcing it. Like it's already being done by itself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there's already people beginning to cause the avalanche. You know what I mean? Like it's already happened. You know what I mean? So now just let the smoke settle a little bit.
Just gotta survive.
You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do.
Adapt.
You know what I mean? It's all about surviving.
It's all about adapting, man.
Adapting.
Just gotta adapt to everything. That's what I tell everybody, man. Life is not convenient to anyone. And going back to the transgender shit, like, if you expect me to be educated in everything that you believe in, tough fucking luck, kid. The world was not designed to be convenient for everybody's living.
For nobody, dude.
Everybody lives differently. Everybody thinks differently. Everybody does everything differently, right? So society works a certain way. You can either abide by that or you can live your own life and tweak it out as you go, like I do. I can't say I'm a perfect normal individual of society. I have my own way of living. I have my own way of thinking, and I just tweak it out as I go. I adapt. I adapt.
We all learn shit.
Exactly. You either move in it or move without it.
In a way, we're all ignorant. Like it's hard to know. It's hard to know everything. It's hard to know everything.
It's impossible.
It's like you think you know a lot. You really don't. You just know a lot about one thing.
And look, again, not trying to get political, but that's how we have a real fucked up dude in charge, because this guy claims that he's so smart yet hides his college grades. This guy claims he's so brave, and he claims
a fucked up system.
But he's the most hypocritical guy out there. He claims he's all about America, but dodges the draft. He claims he's so smart, but hides his college grades. He claims that he's so patriotic and like doesn't want to show his tax returns, and he fucking calls other countries on the low trying to fucking get God knows what kind of information. Like, dude, come on, man. Like, there's all these red flags, man.
Yeah, and then people are just like, whoa. Give
fake
him a
news.
Chance. Yeah.
It's fake news. That's what pisses me off. All the fake news people piss me off. How's it fake news, bro? So you're telling me
the news is fake?
You're telling me up until the point where Donald Trump became president, it just started becoming fake news. Like,
that's true.
No one ever used to say that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I've never heard anyone.
I mean, people have questioned for a long time, like 9/11, like, oh, I don't know.
No, but that's different. That's conspiracy.
Not necessarily different. You know what I mean? It's our government against itself. Like, that was always the argument.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like our government against us. You know what I mean?
I don't know. We're all brainwashed, dog. Everyone needs to watch that one movie. What's it called?
And that's all it is. Going back to manipulation. You know what
They Live, right? Yeah. They Live, the movie where the dude has the glasses and he can see like the actual people for what they really are and shit. It's the government shit.
Yeah.
It's basically what we're living in.
It's very true.
Do you ever think there's people that live amongst us that aren't really people? They're kind of just like playing a part?
Not yet.
I feel like we have something like that sometimes. I feel like there's certain people around the neighborhood where they look normal, but maybe they're just playing a part. Like
they're playing a part.
Like they're planted people.
On shrooms,
wait,
I
what?
felt that way. On shrooms, I felt that way.
On acid, I thought about stuff like that.
It felt like I was awoke. I felt like the shroom woke me up out of my hypnosis. I thought that I was a hypnotic person. Like someone hypnotized me and took mind control. And then when I took the mushroom, I felt like I was out of it. Like, oh shit. Like, I finally woke up. Like, why the fuck did I even give a shit what people think? Why the fuck am I even, like, giving a shit about this? I can do whatever I want. I can be whoever I want to be. I can do whatever the fuck, like, be whoever the fuck I want to be.
That's why I say it resets your mind, man.
But, it does kind of reset your mind, and you feel like you're brand new.
Yeah.
But it's only during that time. But, like, when you crash, it's like you kind of go back to
it creates a new state of mind.
Yeah. And then, like, you kind of go back. I'm like, oh, I was just on shrooms. Fuck. Yeah. You know, but like I wish that was real because it felt real. I felt like, oh my god, like I felt like I'm myself. But I was also hallucinating, like thinking that like oh shit, I was paranoid. Like what if I'm just a person, and like, what if I'm an alien and like I'm just in my, this is just a simulation. So that's why it's half of it felt real, half of it I had to kind of be skeptical of, so I couldn't really like believe it fully. So I'm like, like I'm still kind of like finding my way inside the psychedelic world. Like I think I need to take it again to kind of experience it.
Going towards what you were saying about simulations, I feel like at times we might be in one, but at the end of the day, even if we are, I'm just gonna enjoy what the fuck, whatever this is, whatever life is, whatever we're living right now. I'm just gonna enjoy it, man. And when the time comes and it ends, and we find out what life really is, or what we're truly in, or maybe we are living life, and when we die, we see other things. Whatever. When that time comes, we'll see what's up. But it's pointless spending your life overthinking these concepts, overthinking heaven, overthinking hell, overthinking whether you're in the Matrix, overthinking whether the government is controlling you. Like, you know what? Yeah. If it is happening, whatever, man. What can we do about it? Not much.
That shit cripples you.
It does.
That shit crippled me, bro. Like especially when I was watching those.
It makes you scared, and I'm still scared. But dude. I try not to I just try not to think about it, man. I just try to live my fucking life.
Those
at the
ISIS
end of the
video,
day.
bro. Like those execution.
Oh yeah,
videos,
let's talk about that.
God, bro.
Have you seen anything recently, or?
Well, I saw a guy's crotch getting eaten by a dog.
What? I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Explain to us. How was that whole setup?
My friend showed it to me.
You just be watching it on Bezgor, or
what?
Like
on Reddit. He showed it. My friend showed it to me.
Reddit has stuff like that.
Castrated this guy, and like they fed the dog. They just let the dogs eat his fucking.
Did they like put something on his genitals for the dog?
I don't know. Maybe the dog just liked the flesh. I don't know, because it's open flesh. So they probably thought it was like food.
Yeah.
And they were just chewing on him while the guy was like struggling with his fucking handcuff, and he was naked and just.
That's terrible.
It's fucking gross.
I remember seeing one in high school of a dude getting hung by his balls, and then they kind of just.
Yeah, I remember that too.
But
they hung him, and then they.
By his nuts, and then they just swiped it off.
What? Oh, they like from his nuts.
From his nuts.
And then they just
and then
he fell. And he was
just bled out.
So he was hanging by like his dick and balls. I mean, so like.
And they just kind of came through with a machete or something and just kind of.
Yeah.
It's some brutal shit out there. You see, that's the type of things people know about, but it's not, until you actually like, even the video is enough to really get you into
traumatize you. Yeah, it like makes you skeptical about happy things in life.
I think we need to be like always making hella noise. I think we need to be like exposed to that shit, because it desensitizes you and makes you less weak. So I feel like I've seen so many best gore videos growing up, and now I feel like when I see gore, it doesn't really affect me as bad.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you. You watch Dexter and you're like, fuck this. Like, this is nothing. Like,
well, shows is one thing. Yeah, shows is easy. But like, I mean, like when if I'm on Twitter and someone posts like some real life gore shit, I'll look at it and be like, oh damn, that's crazy. But because I'm so desensitized to the gore now, because as a kid, like I just saw so many fucking beheading videos and so many weird ass videos that now I just look at shit. I'm like, and I think that's good though, because sure, you'll get traumatized as a kid for a while. But it's good to. I think as a kid, it's good to get over those type of things in your head as a kid. So when you get older, you're not all freaking out over little things like that.
Yeah. No,
and it builds up a stronger mentality, dude. It builds up a real strong mentality when you're exposed to things like that.
It kind of does. Like when I was 9 years old, my cousin and I would talk about nukes. We would talk about World War II, and that would actually make me paranoid, because he would tell me what nukes does to people.
You know what paranoids me? The thought of martial law.
Bro, like that shit made me paranoid until like I was fucking older. I was 9 years old, and I still think about that conversation and like what would happen to us. So every time I hear a loud noise, I think like a fucking nuke is coming and I'm ready to die. Every fucking day I still think.
Dude, imagine how the people in Hawaii felt that time not too long ago, where that text message went out that there was a nuclear bomb coming, but it was just like a test message, but they forgot to say it was a test or it was an accident, I don't know. And everyone thought they were about to get nuked in Hawaii. Dude, imagine.
Yeah.
You just get a text on your phone like, take cover immediately, nuke incoming. What the fuck you mean take cover? Where?
Yeah. I mean, if you have a bomb shelter,
that's fucking scary. I'm like, I'll be like, just,
you guys
I wouldn't know what to do.
Unless you have a bomb shelter, and unless you're at ground zero,
and that's what scares me about fucking Trump, dude. I feel like he's such a fucking idiot that we're gonna get involved into some crazy shit, and we're gonna have to get drafted into some fucking nuclear war or some shit. See, that's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of getting drafted, bro. I ain't trying to get drafted. Did you sign that shit at 18? Did you get it in the mail?
Everyone has to sign.
Yeah, of course. That has to be done.
Oh, that's funny, because I was signing up to be a military dog trainer in the army recently.
So all you do is train dogs?
I went to an audition. Yeah, but then those people go to war, and I'm like,
shit.
I thought I just wanted to I thought I was just gonna be training dogs, and I went up to the interview. They're like telling me shit about it. I'm like, fuck that. And I looked up videos of what they do. It's like they gotta sniff bombs and all this shit.
Oh, well,
you gotta go with them. But I thought I'm just gonna be training the dog, not actually going to war with them. So I went in there and kind of like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. They made me take a test, and I kind of passed the practice exam. They're like, oh, you did good. You should be good on the actual exam. So
but you were like,
yeah, but they were trying really hard to recruit me, and I'm like, nah.
Much respect.
Well, because no one wants to walk with, walk around
man.
with the dog, and then like the dog like maybe like not smell up the bomb, and then like it presses the mine. The dog,
yeah, that's so scary.
The dog explodes in front of you, and then your leg
Jesus
gets
Christ.
blown off or something.
Yeah, so it's like, just have a drone do it or something. Shit, have an X-ray reading drone do it.
We're getting there, yeah. We're getting there, definitely, 100%.
But yeah, I didn't want to join the army anymore because even though the benefits were so good,
it's gonna be.
There's sacrifices to all that shit.
I'll tell you what. There's only so much. Oh man, this guy didn't do this. This guy didn't that. But when it comes down to it, and like you're being forced to go to war, I mean, like when it's mandated, like you, let's go. You're in this platoon. You're flying out Thursday,
so if that time ever comes, they're just gonna come tell us like, let's go.
Yeah, and then no. You have it's gonna be like a paper, and it's gonna tell you when to go and like enlist yourself. Oh god.
So what you gotta do then? You gotta just fucking do it. You just gotta fucking be brave. Because if you're scared, that you're just gonna fuck yourself up. So if I get drafted, I'm like, fuck it, let's go.
But apparently, if you're the only child, they won't draft you. Apparently.
Shit, I got 3 sisters.
Yeah.
I got one sister, but she don't live.
I'm getting drafted, boys.
Yeah. Oh, you're this fool.
I mean, girls are gonna get drafted for sure too.
Drafted.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure women nowadays.
Now they can because they wanted their equality. There you
now
go.
They're gonna get drafted.
Sorry, girls.
Sick of equality,
Sorry, girls. You wanted your equality. Now you gotta go fucking kill people.
But people back then.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm just talking shit.
Some women, some feminists are gonna be like mad at that.
It's alright. They could be.
But I guess that's good. I mean,
sit there with their arms crossed and approve. It's fine. I don't got time. You know what I mean?
Oh my
God. So we have almost been going 2 hours. So I just want to ask if there's anything you guys want to touch up, like any main subjects you wanna for sure get in. I don't want to miss anything.
No, I think talking with Joem. I think we had a very fruitful conversation.
Yeah, I like that we talked a lot about mental stuff. That's good. Because I'm the type of person. Very much so. I'm the type of person that's always in my head. I hate to sound crazy.
True.
But it's the fucking truth, man. Like I live every day in my head.
Most people are in their head all the time.
And it's mainly the anxiety, I guess. I don't know. And I know there's a lot of people out there that feel what I'm about to say. And it's like, I just like it's for sure anxiety. It's all mental shit, everyday shit. Everything's mental shit. Whether the way you think about shit, the way you feel about shit, the way you do shit. It's all the way you think. But
true.
I just feel like fuck, dude. Like I feel like I overthink sometimes. Like
and it's easy to be negative.
I'm a super negative overthinker. Like anything I do, I judge myself. I judge myself the hardest. Like anything I do, I assume the worst of. Like I'll make a song and be like, everyone's gonna think it sucks.
Yeah, well, everyone's a hard critic on themselves.
Yeah. Everyone's their own worst critic.
That's what I'm saying. I like that we're talking a lot about mental shit because like it's good to speak upon that type of shit because not a lot of people like it's important, but a lot of people don't talk about that, man. A lot of people think that just because you talk about your mental, like you're talking crazy shit. Like nah, dog. Like we all have to be aware that not only do we have to be healthy as a physical person, but we got to be healthy in the mental because that's why suicide comes into play to people. That's why all these like bad thoughts come into thought with people because they have to learn to control their mental.
It's true.
Because your mental controls your emotions,
So I've got into this weird phase experience thing during that whole shit that was happening.
Oh,
I
right.
actually went through that like it was like back in March. So it almost felt like a mental breakdown, or mental breakdown or a psychosis. Like I went through psychosis. I'm not sure, but it felt real. But
like something out of your control?
Yeah, no, it kind of just like snapped. Like out of nowhere one day I was just like it just snapped to me. I was what the fuck am I doing? Like why am I procrastinating on shit that I want to do? Why the fuck am I so scared of this? Why did I do this? Why did I do that? Like I'm like, what am I doing? Like, let's go, let's move, let's do something. I felt motivated. Like I was like just tired of my life. I'm just like, I'm gonna snap out of this. And my ex was also in this picture. I was like, oh wow, what the fuck? This whole time she was in my head, because every time I see a girl, I would compare her to them.
Right.
And we've been broken up for a year. So then I thought about her while I was going through this phase, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta fix shit with her. You know, I gotta fix everything with her. I gotta go back. And
so that just kind of like fucking.
And it was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know.
So that mixed in.
So then that kind of like read wrong. Like the girl, because I drove to her to Fresno. When I snapped, I was like, oh my god, like what the fuck? All I just need a partner. I need someone who can actually teach me. Because I started to realize all my faults, all the things that was wrong about me, and she was actually calling it out when we were together, and I didn't listen to her, and I finally saw what she was talking about. I'm like, I'm a bad listener. All I needed to do was to listen and like understand what she's saying, or like just be this type of person. And I changed that, and I actually applied that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she was right. I think she was actually trying to help me, and like we were meant to be together. Yeah. Whatever. Because I mean, I was the one that broke up with her, or you know, and I felt really bad because it happened through text, but it was just really messed up, bro. But I started to realize, like, oh my god, dude, it's like, I want this girl. I drove up to her. Yeah. Bought her flowers. I saw a homeless person, because she said that she didn't want to be there. She didn't want to meet me right away. She was like at work or something. Right. But then I found out she was just trying to avoid me. She didn't want me to like be there, but I was waiting for her. So as I was waiting for her, I saw a homeless person, and I was like motivating this. I was just motivating him. I just felt so like hopeful. I'm like, oh my god, I'm fixing my life now. I'm getting back with my girl. So I was like, I'm gonna help this homeless person. I gave him weed. I gave him food. I gave him like sweater. Nice. And I bought $100 flower just for her to give to her. $100 flower. I was telling the flower people who it was for, and they were like, "Oh my god, it's such a love story." Blah blah blah. But then, you know, like when we finally met up, I was like, you know, she's like, she told me that she wasn't attracted to me anymore. So I was like, oh, okay. I walked away, and like I cried. Yeah. I was like, I walked away, and she's like, wait, can I at least give you a hug? I'm like, okay. That was weird. Like,
at that point for
like what? She kind of felt bad, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, how are you?" And I was like, "Actually, they're talking. Like, oh yeah, everything's good. Like, Twitch is doing good. I just graduated. Everything was going good in my life. Honestly, it was. And like, I just wanted to fix things with her. That's it. Yeah. I wasn't like in a desperate mode. I wasn't like in a mode where I'm like, I need somebody. No, it was like with her only. I wanted to be with her, and I had all this love to give. It's hard to explain. It was just like this love that you just want to give to someone, and it was just like, because I started to realize things, and even when after we broke up, I still had these feelings for her. Yeah. I just didn't realize that I've had them the whole time. But then she told me she wasn't into me anymore, and then I drove home 4 hours from Fresno, just thinking that. But I was okay because I finally got closure.
But you know what, man? You came out of that with a lesson, right? Like, you learned from it. It's things like that, bro. Like, we go through some weird shit like that in life, because God knows I've been through shit like that as well in the past. And, you know, we might feel like a failure at the moment, but you come out of that stronger, you know, because you come out of that with some more wisdom, with knowing your mistakes from before. And once you realize, if you're able to admit you made mistakes in the past, you won't repeat them, you know? Like, it's a lesson learned. That's what it is, dog. Like,
you eventually put the pieces back together, you know.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's when you find out that you shouldn't do surprise visits. You should let them know ahead of time.
Sure, if that's what you learned from that.
That's no,
because that's what happened.
No, but that's true though.
No, I mean,
in some cases,
But the thing is, she did get scared after, because when I got home, she said that she was gonna call the cops on me.
Wait, what? Why?
Because she saw my post on Instagram.
Oh, right, afterwards.
Yeah, because she was like, and then I guess she just felt, and also she also felt like kind of threatened because I visited her out of nowhere. That's right. So I think that's what kind of made her feel uncomfortable. But to me, it was all like this romantic gesture, and like in my head, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna visit her. I was so hopeful in the car, fucking all happy, driving to her, and driving back, I was kind of sad. I was like, but I was like glad that I got closure. Because that was the thing that we never got, closure.
That's what I was going to say.
You need closure with people. Yeah. And with a lot of things. That's why we have anxieties inside us. Because we hold these anxieties, these tight things inside our chest until we let it go.
It sucks when you don't get closure, because you just end up having either like this grudge or this unfulfilling void that it leaves you questioning life forever.
And it affects you physically. You have tightness in here that you don't even know you're holding until you release it. Because after that, I felt like a release, and it felt like, Wow. Ooh, it felt so good. I felt like I can do whatever I want. Yeah. It's like deep breath. I can finally breathe. It was so weird. Mm-hmm. Closure is what you need with a lot of things, not just with people.
It sucks because sometimes no matter how much you want it, though, you don't get it. Like, God knows, I never got closure with somebody that I was with before. And it was a really long time, and she did some real fucked up shit to me in the end of it, whether I deserved it or not. I truly don't think I did. But it was real fucked up how things ended, and I never got closure for any of that. And I feel like till this day, at times, like, it makes me feel like it makes me think about myself. Like, damn, like, why did that person treat me like that? Is it because of me? Or, what are you doing, dog?
Just fucking around.
Fucking don't drop that shit. Fucking, but yeah, you know, stupid shit like that. But then, like, it gets to a point, too, where, like, I guess, like, you don't even care anymore. Like, but at the same time, in the very fucking back of your head, you're still thinking, like, well,
maybe
I still want to know, like, why the fuck this happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know the real, not the bullshit reason, you know? Like, you always get that bullshit reason, the bullshit response in the beginning, but it takes time to get that true, honest response of why things went down the way they really did. And I never got that. So I understand what you're talking about, the tightness feeling, because I'll get that at times because I truly, and it's been years, you know, for since that situation happened. But even till this day, it's not even that I miss that person. I definitely do not miss that person. I don't feel any type of love or connection to that person. But the reason why I have this knot is because I feel like I didn't deserve what happened to me, the way it happened to me. And I feel like I deserve, like, some type of explanation as to why I was treated that way and why I was left behind like that, you know? It's like, I just feel like I deserve an explanation, or I deserve, like, that closure. But in the end,
it might not be what you want.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, in the end, I know I'll never get it. So, like, in a way, I just don't really care anymore. And but like I said, at times it'll affect me just because it's kind of like, it's like the answer you're trying to get, but you can't get it. So you're just wondering about what the answer would be, you know, like,
it's kind of like, you know, it's, you either say sorry to someone or you just leave it as is and not just forget about it.
But I never even got a sorry, man.
See, that's the worst thing. It's like you don't know, like there's no closure and you're just holding on to this thing.
And I thought, you know what's funny, man? I thought I would get closure by telling that person, by apologizing myself to that person. Why I would apologize, God knows, I don't know.
Right, yeah.
At this point, like, thinking about it now, I had really no reason to apologize. I was always I can't say always, I'm not perfect, but for the most part, I was a good person. Yeah. And if I ever did anything, it was out of spite because that other person did things to me, and that's how that goes.
So on and so forth.
So on and so forth. But at the end of the day, you know, I never got shit. So, like, I at times I do think, like, damn, like, okay, what the fuck would the answer be? Like, what does that? Well, not even the answer, but in my thought, what I always think of, like, did that person really ever feel bad for what they did, or did they ever really give a shit what happened to me, or like what, like? And not that it should even matter.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't
really
even matter. And you know that it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't. And
but then it still affects you.
But because I never got that closure, it'll, like, at times come to me like, like, why did that happen though? Like, I'll always wonder that. I always stay like, but why did that really happen? Like, why? Like,
it's like the end of the Warriors where, like, that feels like
weird shit.
That feels like, why'd you do it? Why'd you kill Cyrus? And that feels like, I don't know. I just
it's like having like that. It's like those people that have their loved ones, like, missing and never find out what happened to them. It's that type of shit.
That's a little bit different.
That's more intense. That's way more intense.
Yeah, that's the worst.
But yeah,
this person you can still see later on in the future, but then now it's like you really can't. It's just,
dude, that
just
would
bring shit up.
Fuck with me so bad if, like, someone went missing and I just didn't know what happened to them. Like, are they okay? Dude, my anxiety would
You're gonna be wondering your whole life unless you move on. It's like the hardest shit ever. It's like people just tell you move on, but it's like, no.
It's possible to move on.
It is possible, but it's so hard. Like, it affects your life, bro. It affects everything in your life. It really does. Like, especially physically, and your chest tightens. You can't breathe. You have more anxiety around people. You have more. It affects you as a person.
Yeah, you wonder who's next. You know?
And you know what though? Yeah. But the good thing is that sometimes you meet new people in your life that kind of make you forget about all that shit that you're worried about. That's the distraction
that you need.
And luckily for me, I met someone that kind of took me away from all that. Like that, you know, I'll have my moments where, like, I'll think about it because I compare my mistakes from the past or the reactions I got from another girl in the past to the girl I'm with now. But I overthink it because, like, the girl I'm with now is a lot different, and she's not like that. She's actually a good person, and she doesn't, she's not taking advantage of me or, like, verbally abusing me or any type of abuse and shit. And it's like, But in the back of my head, I still think about the past. So, like, I let that affect me in the present, you know? Like, I'll do something, like, oh, fuck, she's annoyed at me. But she's not annoyed at me. She's fine. Like, she's chilling.
You're just traumatized from the past.
Exactly. And in my head, I'm over here like, oh, fuck, man. Like, I'm being annoying. Oh, she's going to fucking leave me, too, because I'm fucking annoying or something. Like, but see, I don't... And then the thing is, since I never got that closure, I don't really know the true reason why I got left behind. So... that's why, like, little things like that, I'll be like, fuck, I gotta be, like, I feel like I'm tiptoeing around.
Yeah, dude.
But for the most part, luckily, I'm with someone who doesn't really make me feel like I have to really do that. So it's cool. So I feel like there's times where, like, even if we don't get closure, sometimes we end up getting a new, path that distracts us from the old path. Because I feel like ever since... all that shit happened, like, I've just went on a whole new fucking direction in life.
Yeah, dude. You're left to start over again, and you're there to kind of just find out again, like, you know, dude. it's kind of you kind of have to rely on yourself on what you did wrong, and like kind of accept that.
Yeah, it sounds cheesy, but what people say is true. Like, you gotta learn to love yourself, dude. You gotta learn to really think of. You gotta learn to be comfortable on your own. Like, what I did honestly is when I was going through shit. And before I got into another relationship and all that, what I would do is, personally, I would go out to, like, places on my own, dude. I would just go out by myself, just hang out with myself. Like, just go out, smoke by myself in some park in the night, or go by myself out to Hollywood, or go by myself out to, like, wherever, dog. Like,
it's funny because it feels so good to be alone.
At times, yeah.
At times, but then the thing is, like, as you grow older, you
appreciate it so much more.
No, you learn that you gotta be social. Because we're social animals in nature. Yeah. And it sucks because I like being alone. I like doing things alone. I prefer to not talk and listen to music the whole day.
That's the best.
You know what I mean? But, like, we're still, in a way, kind of forced to socialize. We have to because that's how we survive. We can't survive just being alone.
Yeah.
And I just learned that recently. Like... I learned that recently because I was about to go on a trek where I'm just, like, going to be all alone by myself and forget about everyone and forget about family. Yeah. But then I start to realize that I'm like, you know, fuck, no, I need people. Fuck. It was like, fuck, like...
That's what I'm saying. That's why...
Because it's just nature. It's just nature for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's why...
We need people.
But there are moments where you're alone and it feels great.
Yeah, definitely. But, yeah.
There's times where, like, you do need to spend some alone time to really evaluate your life and to just think about where you're at in life, you know? Because when you're around people, you get a little distracted. You can't truly get into that mindset that you get into when you're truly alone. Yeah. Because I know when I'm alone, dude, I get into this mindset where it's almost like meditation. Like, I'm just thinking about everything. Yeah. I'm evaluating everything I'm doing, all my decisions, and where I'm at in general in life. That's just fucking life in general, you know what I mean?
You get influenced by people, too, a lot.
And that's how you
figure out who you hang out with.
Who is you.
And that's how you figure out who you are and who is you. Nah, but yeah, my main point about all this shit, though, about, like, the whole closure and all that shit is, the point is, whether you get it or not, you just, going back to strong, like, my main point today is having a strong mentality. I try to address that as much as I can, because growing up, my mother taught me a lot about mental strength. You know, as a kid, even even in middle school, I had these little girlfriends and shit, and I would get all emotional about it because I'm an emotional guy. You know, if you believe in horoscopes and shit, I'm a Libra, so you know that Libras were very emotional, we're real out there, we're real expressive. So even as a kid, even as a young teenager at 13, 14, my first little girlfriends, the first ones I didn't take serious, but as I got older, I would start taking them more serious, and my mom would see me all upset about these girls and shit. And she would tell me, like, look, dude, are you a weak-minded person? And I would tell her, nah. She's like, then you shouldn't, like, let it affect you like that, you know? Like, you got to be strong in the head. You can't let the emotions take you over. Like, it's human to feel the emotions, but when you let it completely take over your life and your physical being, that's when it's a problem.
It's all about balance.
Exactly.
See, when you're emotional, it's hard. It's easy to take things personally.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Because that's the way I am too. I'm sensitive.
Me too, man.
I hate it. I hate being sensitive.
I'm sensitive as fuck, dog. Yeah. Like, I take everything to heart. I
hate
really
that
do.
shit, though. It's like you know you shouldn't be, but like you just can't help it sometimes. It's like fuck.
And it goes back to the overthinking. At least for me, like the reason I'm sensitive is because, like I said, I think negative a lot, and I really try not to. And it's funny because I always stress to everyone to be optimistic and to think positive, because I try to do that my hardest. But I can't help it. There's times where I tell you, I think so negative. I'm just like, oh fuck, like I'm fucking this up, or I'm cringing right now, or I'm fucking. They're probably looking at me thinking I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, the thing is, it's so hard. It's so easy to fall into that, but you gotta like try to stop yourself as quick as possible before you keep rolling down that same hill.
That's why
you gotta like put a stop like in that, whatever flow you're getting into, because that negative shit will really affect you physically. You feel like shit.
Yup.
You really feel like shit, and you have no energy. You have no
yeah.
energy. So you gotta feed yourself with like positive, even though it's so hard sometimes.
And
like,
that's
you
what,
gotta feed
going
yourself.
back to the loving yourself shit, man. That's what you gotta hype yourself up, man.
What helps me is nostalgia, thinking about your childhood.
Yeah.
When you think about your childhood, when everything was great and like you're innocent and like all the good things that you've done so far and like all the good times, all the accomplishments, like every good things that happened to you, you kind of have to fill your mind with that.
Yeah.
But also staying present as much as possible, because we tend to live in the past. And it's, I've been trapped there for like, dude, like, I think the longest like 3 months, bro. Like just being stuck in the past.
Just thinking about
the past. Yeah, just like, ugh. And that's why I was seeking closure with these people. And that's why I started to kind of realize that I need closure. This is fucking killing me. I can't do shit. Because it fucks with you, literally, mentally. And it's everyone's responsibility to really address what's bothering them, because then it'll affect them in the long run.
Yeah, for some people I think it's weak to express your feelings and shit. It's good to do it, man, because like going back to the like I'm saying this whole fucking podcast, mental strength, dog. And a big thing about mental strength is getting shit off your chest. The less you have on your chest, the less you have in your mental, the better you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It clears out the mind.
Yeah. No, I was practicing that for a while. Like I was actually telling people like how I really felt. Like I told this one guy actually that when we were kids back then, like I felt really inferior because like he would say shit to me and I would take it seriously, even though he was just joking. And I knew he was just joking, but I'm fucking sensitive as fuck and I would take it seriously. Yeah. So it's like, but I can't help it.
That was me too growing up. I took a lot of shit. Yeah. I still do
it's
sometimes.
Like it sucks because, but it's a joke. It's like, why am I taking this shit seriously?
Bro, my girlfriend will tell me some shit like fucking around and I'll take it all. I'll get all butthurt.
It's like a defense mechanism because you don't know if they're really fucking around or not. It's like you gotta protect yourself.
That's me. Exactly.
It's like a you gotta just protect yourself.
Sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it is. But like, vulnerability is so important. I feel like when you're vulnerable and you know yourself, you'll be immune to that kind of shit. You won't feel bad anymore when you know yourself. Because I was in that state where I just was satisfied with myself. I was good, whatever. I didn't give a shit what people say.
Yeah.
But then then I went downhill, like shit happened, and I felt weak, and I'm like, fuck, I
think we all go through that spiral. We go through the up and down. We go through positive, negative, positive, negative.
Because always remember that you were up here once, and you gotta get that shit. You gotta get that feeling back. Because it's like, when I was up there, I felt like everything was going so well, bro. Everything was going so well. And I was like, I was in control. Yeah. But when you get deep there, it's like, you're done. Like, you get deeper until you...
We just got to remember, one thing is that pain is fucking temporary.
Very true, yeah.
Whenever you feel like, fuck, I'm so sad, fuck, this is never going to end. It is going to end, bro. Trust. It might take years, it might take months, it might take days. But it's going to go away. Yeah. Eventually. But it's really up to you. That's going back to the mental health shit, dog. It's up to how strong in the head you are to get to climb out of that hole. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Strength.
It's all the strength, bro.
You got strength in the mental.
Climb the fuck out of those holes, guys. Whatever the fuck it may be.
If you need to take pills, go take pills, man. Go seek
therapy. If you need to smoke weed. If you drink, be careful. That's a little tougher, harder, but hey, it could happen. You could make it possible. Just be careful.
I'm actually taking Lexapro.
What's that?
It's an anti-anxiety, antidepressant drug.
How's that work? Does that work for you?
Honestly, you can't rely on it to fix your problems because you still feel like shit.
Yeah, because then you're relying on the pill.
Yeah, you'll still feel shit. Like when bad things happen, it just kind of aids you a little bit to kind of cope with it. You sort of not numbs you, but like it's just because you still feel the pain, but just like. It kind of just, I just feel...
It kind of makes you that doesn't
not as doomed. Like sometimes when you have problems, you just feel doomed and you just don't want to do anything. It kind of helps you. It kind of helps you get up and do things because it fills you up with serotonin. That's what the drug does. Honestly, serotonin is like the drugs that makes you feel good.
That's really good that you brought that up because like remember you were talking earlier about that rush you would get from being on social media, that was dopamine.
Dopamine, yeah. It triggers all that shit, definitely.
Like that's what you would get, like this sudden high, like, whoa, like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe people like my shit. People like me. You know what I mean? That's like that. You know what I mean? And then serotonin is kind of like this, like, mellow, like, oh, well, I guess shit's all right. Like, why do I care? You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. You know what I mean?
And then the endorphins is what makes you numb. Like, when you, it kind of makes you more grounded. Like, when you exercise, you get endorphins.
See?
and you feel good. That's why you feel good, because you feel more.
I learned
it
shit.
makes you feel good, like, about yourself.
Yeah.
When you have endorphins in your system.
100%.
Yeah.
But that's what Lexapro does, and I've been taking it for like a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, and like, I went off I went off on it for 2 days, and like, I didn't feel, because I didn't feel any like different. No, like I felt like I was still in control, but then I posted it on Instagram saying that like I stopped taking it for 2 days.
And you're like, whoa!
People panicked, but I was feeling fine.
Yeah,
I really was, and I know it sounds crazy. No one would probably believe me, because I was like fucking showing emotional shit on. I shouldn't have done that. Like, I'm really like.
It's alright, man.
It was just like, because I thought I was being.
It was in the moment, you know.
No, yeah. It was like it was me sort of being kind of. I was trying to be humorous with the feeling.
No, yeah.
Like,
you're turning the situation into a fun,
sort
into
of
a humorous situation.
Yeah,
to
I was
lighten
doing
it up,
weird
right?
shit, but
like,
then people took it kind of
it's like dark
in a
comedy.
Yeah, but they took it in the wrong way, and
In a way.
they thought I was gonna kill myself.
Because you're turning a tragic moment into comedy.
No, people thought I was gonna kill
what?
myself.
No,
They thought that.
Damn.
They really did.
But you knew you weren't.
Yeah, and I was playing with that thought. I knew people were thinking that, because people were messaging me, and I was playing along with it. I was like, the people that I was hating on, like the frat people, they were seeing my post, and they were like thinking that I'm this type of person. But I know I have friends who doesn't think that way, and they're like, oh, he's fine, he's just being Joem. And that's what kind of upset me more, because I'm like, the fuck, bitch, you don't even know me. Like, why are you judging me
I
like
kind
that?
of like, I know you.
That's why I was upset.
I know you since high school and shit. And when I seen that, like I told you earlier, like I wasn't like, oh shit, this fool's gonna kill him. So I was just like, I was just Joem probably doing something with like his drama stuff or some shit.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was connected to this, to that, you know.
Yeah. But at the same
I knew
time,
what you were in. And
yeah, but at the same time, shit was happening to me with them, so that kind of fired everything up even more for me. And eventually, I started to sort of like believe it myself, but I'm like, oh fuck, no, I shouldn't believe it, because I'm not really like that.
Yeah.
And I had to step away from that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop like posting shit now, because people are actually taking shit seriously.
Yeah. That's the thing, man.
It's the way you present yourself to people. You gotta be careful.
And like we said, social media
fucked up.
Social media is important nowadays, and the way you present yourself on there is how people are gonna pretty much judge you.
Yeah, they don't even know me. People
That's why it's sketchy.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful who you have on there, man.
Yeah.
Like if you want to be your true self, go for it. But you can't expect people to like abide by everything you're doing on there. So just be wise of who you have on social media and who you show everything to, because nowadays, I mean, everyone can see all that shit.
True.
Yeah, I low-key deleted like 300 people after that.
But at the same time,
I did.
like me personally, I know my family knows who I am, so I don't really care. I'll post myself blazing and shit, whatever. They know who I am, but at the end of the day, they also know that I'm a very responsible person.
Yeah.
So they may judge me when they see me doing those type of things, but like I said, at the end of the day, I also have proven that I'm a yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it sucks because you have to know yourself, but at the same time, it's like we naturally have to validate. We naturally need validation.
Yeah, we do
people.
though. At the end of the day, you do.
Because even if you think that for yourself, it's like I still gotta prove it.
Yeah.
But
it starts with yourself, man. It starts with you accepting yourself. Because once you know yourself, like you're saying, and you know who you truly are, when someone says like, "You're fucking whack, dog," like all you do is this, you think to yourself like, okay, first of all, they don't truly know me.
Yeah.
Second of all, I know for a fact I don't do those things. So do I give a shit about that comment? No. And that's how you're supposed to think about negative comments.
You gotta be grounded. Yeah. You gotta feel grounded
like,
first.
Bro,
you have to feel it.
What are you talking about? Like,
no, because you can think it and like know that you shouldn't feel that way, but you really gotta feel it. You gotta feel grounded. When someone says that shit to you, you gotta be firm. Like,
just be like, okay, whatever.
Fuck you, who cares?
It's like on Xbox Live when kids used to talk shit like, "You're gay, fool." It's like, are you really gay? You know you're not gay, bro.
Yeah.
So why are you getting mad? Like, or when they'd be like, "Oh, I just fucked your mom."
And that's funny because people do that to me. People do that to me online, and I once was like, this guy was being a dick to me, and I was like nice, and then I was reacting nicely to him.
Yeah,
and he was kind of forced. He was kind of forced to be nice back to me.
Dude, it's so funny you say that because going back to social experience, I used to do something on Xbox where instead of talking shit, I would do that. I would just act really nice to people, and then they'd end up just being cool with me.
Yeah, they like that shit.
Stupid.
They like that shit, but it takes guts to do that.
It's all a game.
A lot of people don't do that shit. They're too afraid. They're too afraid.
Do you think you gotta be defensive?
Yeah, because sometimes people fuck around because they don't know what to talk about. I don't know, or maybe they're just scared.
Yeah.
But there are people that are funny genuinely and do that, but like they're not like offensive. Like there's some people that just take it over the line or just like talk shit to you for no reason. It's just I don't know, like it's annoying. It's just it gets my blood pumping when I hear shit like definitely. That. But even though I don't care,
it's just like fuck it.
But
whatever.
It's like, but it's hard to.
It is hard.
Nice. No, it's hard to be nice to somebody.
Well, that too.
That is aggressive towards you.
And it's hard to be an asshole to somebody who's nice to you.
Yeah.
So if someone's being an asshole to you, just be nice to them, and then. Swallow your pride.
Exactly.
Swallow your pride.
You don't have to have fucking pride all the time.
Nice.
I've learned to do that. I've learned to just shut the fuck up and just be like, all right, whatever, man. Have a good one.
And you're technically getting something, and you get off by making them feel guilty.
You make them feel fucking stupid because when you act nice, they start questioning themselves. They start thinking,
am I being an asshole?
Yeah.
Wait, he didn't react, so am I fucking weird? Am I the wrong one?
Yeah. Not passive aggressively though.
Yeah.
Because there are people who try to be passive aggressively nice, like, oh, I'll get it for you. But like literally, like try to help them. Like I will help you. Like I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, man.
Like really, I'll help you. I'm sorry.
Just like cool.
Because when you come off because some people are passive aggressive. Like I'll be nice to you. Like but like they're not really nice. Like,
it's like
it's just forcing themselves. That's why it's all about just really feeling it. Like you gotta act it.
Apologetic.
Yeah. Act it. You gotta be an actor. Everyone's an actor. Everyone's an actor, and that's why I kind of like. It's like I'm almost like kind of discrediting the shit that I learned in theater because I'm like, all acting is life, like what we experience in real life, and we're just bringing it in. Yeah. And what we learn in theater is just like the techniques and like staging and all that shit. But acting,
it's a little bit of both, I think.
It's a little bit of both, but you literally know how to. You gotta know how real life is. Like you gotta know, you gotta be aware of it. Yeah,
it's knowledge versus experience.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And for me, I try to do all experience, and that's why I get myself in so much. I got myself in so much trouble though doing that shit.
Hey, well, you don't learn shit unless you experience it. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I did. I told my mom that the other day. You know, I think it's really important for young kids to go through like crazy shit in life. As long as you're safe.
No, I think it's important for kids to get embarrassed.
Like me and Will, for example, we've gone through a lot of embarrassment, a lot of crazy shit. Like, and it's important to go through like embarrassment with women, embarrassment with people, embarrassment in general, or just
self. You know what I mean? Everything.
All kinds of shit.
You're more motivated to
change
yourself.
You're more aware. Yeah, exactly.
You're motivated to change yourself. You're like, fuck this. I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah, like I don't be a little asshole kid for the rest of my life because if you're just like shielded from that, then guess what? You're gonna be that little asshole kid when you're 25 or whatever.
Oh yeah, there are people like that. And this directing class that I took at CSUN, bro, the professor was so fucking like savage. He's a savage. He'll fucking make fun of you. He'll say shit in your face. Damn. Like if you're wrong about something, he'll call you up. And he was intimidating. I was intimidated by him, but like I try to like really learn from his teachings. And bro, like we were doing this one exercise and like people were getting it wrong. And people were like, when you get nervous you giggle. Yeah. He called that shit out. He's like, you're giggling because you're nervous and you're insecure about your skills.
That makes you that would make me more like
stay quiet, shut up, and do the exercise.
That's a fucking.
Because the fact that you're laughing because it does distract you. You ever get that way? Like you ever see people when they're trying to do something? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They laugh, but that's out of nervousness. Yeah. It's out of nervousness. Oh, yeah. It's about just do it and just keep calm and focus. And I learned that to do that with him. To focus. Even though this guy was an asshole, and he knows he's an asshole, but I learned to just be grounded when someone's talking. Listen, pay attention.
Even if you think you fucking know things, just listen. It'll make you look smarter anyway.
Or even if you don't know anything, just try. Try to actually get it instead of because we tend to kind of judge ourselves right away and go into the conclusion that we're not gonna be able to do this thing that we're trying to do. But the reason why that's why you're learning. That when someone tries to make you, when someone's trying to teach you something, don't be afraid to try it because that's when you're learning. Yeah. And if you fuck up, who cares? Just own it. Own your mistakes and then learn from it, rather than laugh it off and
That's exactly what I've been saying, man.
It's nervous.
Learn from your fucking experiences, man. And and when you learn from your experiences, it's gonna build up that mental strength we've been fucking talking about.
Just learn to be calm.
I'm still building up my mental strength, but I'm at the point in my life where I feel like I've built up a very good mental strength. So. Yeah. I feel like I'm good. Yeah, and it's it's all about maturity. It's all about the more you mature, the stronger you'll build it, and the more you're willing to accept your mistakes, because that's really important, man. You gotta be willing to let go of things and be willing to admit your faults
and stay relaxed.
That's one thing I want. That's my main point of this podcast. Like I was saying, just have that mental strength, but also, you know, just you gotta admit your faults, man, and you gotta live through life to fucking learn.
Yeah, and in time you'll figure out who is you.
Going back to that, this guy.
Who is you?
All right, I'm gonna fucking end it off here, guys. This was all a good one. We went how long? I can't even read it. How long does that say, Will?
I don't know.
Well, we're going to Twitch. Hold on. Right there. I know you're closer, so.
On the top?
This.
What does it say?
Oh, it says 2 hours and 18
Oh, that's
minutes.
fucking good. We haven't done a podcast that long since.
2 hours? That's a
Who
good
was the
one.
last one to do 2 hours, man? I want to say Javi. I
Good
think it
question.
might have been someone
Perhaps,
after
yeah.
Javi, though.
You're
I know Lincoln did the 2
you're
hours.
right, yeah.
He met the 2 hour mark. Mark met the 2 hours.
We gotta hit the 2 hour club, you know what I mean?
2 hour club.
Hell yeah. That's how you know it's a good episode. When you
It
get that
was
2 hour
great.
club, dog. You get all that. Dude, we probably got so
Conversation.
much fucking info on this. I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen to this one for the highlights.
Definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
get the highlights.
If you end up listening to it, let me know. If you want me to highlight anything specific, go ahead and just let me know, dog.
Definitely.
I'll cut it out and
shit, yeah.
I'm gonna start doing highlights for the show. So what I'm gonna do is after each episode, I need to go back to the last two, because that's the ones I'm gonna start doing it at. And I'm gonna upload highlights as well as the full episodes.
You want
know,
to title like each, because we kind of stayed in one subject, so title that subject so that people can look it up.
Yeah.
Like,
So you could either watch the full episode, or I'll end up putting highlights of
Yeah.
specific moments that I think were real, like important.
Yeah.
Or like I said, if you want something that you wanted to address, like how do you say, like mainly, I could make that into a highlight. Whatever. We could have like a million highlights. I don't care. I'm gonna just make a playlist of pure highlights from every episode. Like it could be 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
That way people that don't want to sit through the whole thing, they can just see the little clips that like they think is important, you know?
Yeah, you gotta promote it well too. You gotta put the hashtags and shit.
Dude,
You gotta
I
put
just
the
got some
tags- the tags-
hashtag app.
The
Hopefully
tags
it works.
The tags are important on
Fuck
YouTube.
yeah, they are,
because that's
dog.
how they find you.
Yeah.
And in promotion too, like when I paid $20 on Instagram, you get like
I've done that
1,000
before
likes.
for my music. It helps. I've
Yeah.
gotten a lot of views and shit because of that.
Yeah, dude.
And it's not
Helps.
cheating because you're not paying for followers. You're
It's
paying just for the
marketing.
attention.
It's marketing.
Yeah.
No one following you. You're not forcing people to
If
follow
you're paying
you.
for followers, then it's some
That's,
bullshit.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
That's something else.
Yeah, don't do that
But
shit.
yeah, I've only paid for promotion for people to see it on their timelines and shit, you know, but that's it.
I hate those accounts that like send you nudes. Like they add you to the group chat.
It's all
They're
fake,
like-
dude. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like, I just see like the stupid ass like titles and I just delete it.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
delete all.
It's like fucking
Send
8
my
others
booty.
and you in this
And
group, and it's some girl like
then
check out my pic. It's
shit.
like, bitch, what the fuck? It's it's some automated shit anyway. Like
yeah, they have like 0 followers.
even
and-
if it
and,
wasn't,
like,
I wouldn't look at that because
yeah, it's like, dude, like you got
100%.
porn.
100%.
100%.
But
But
if I wanted to look at news, I got porn. The fuck?
yeah, there's
I don't
porn
need-
everywhere,
there's
man.
porn
Jesus
everywhere.
Christ.
You don't need that bullshit.
But fucking yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming, dude. I really enjoyed this podcast. It's been a while since I had a podcast that I really like enjoyed the whole way through. Cause I mean, not to say that the last ones weren't good. No, well, the one with Juan and Z was tight.
That was awesome.
But the last one was good too. It was just a little chaotic with everybody in here. And the one before, the other two before that, I had a lot of technical difficulties. Luckily today I didn't. The only difficulty I had was because this shit wasn't charging. I'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a big deal. I can always just use the pure laptop. I don't need this big screen. I only had it because it makes it easier to see shit.
Yeah,
I don't need it though.
you don't
That's
need
true.
it.
But I'll figure out why
You
it wasn't
don't need
charging
it.
for that fucking reason. That was weird.
Oh, great.
But again, thank you, man. This was a good one. We'll get some good highlights out of this. And whenever you want to come back on the show, just let me know, man.
Yeah, dude.
I'm always
down to do some music, bro. Like,
yeah, dog.
do a show.
Whatever you want to do, just hit me up, dog. Like, I fuck with you, dog.
There's
I
always
fuck
a-
with you.
there's
Just hit
always
me
a
up.
seat ready for you. You know what I mean? There's always a seat.
I'm
ready
always
for
trying to work.
Definitely 100%.
That kind of sounded like him.
I'm gonna bring a poppin' next time. My name is Red, and I like toys.
Well,
My
Elmo's
name is
World.
Elmo.
Elmo's World.
Elmo's World.
Yo, you should have brought a little Elmo
That's
fucking.
crazy, yeah.
You should have. That's like a legit Elmo laugh.
That's a good Elmo.
Say, I'm Elmo, and this is Who Is You.
I'm Red.
Alright, motherfuckers. I know some people were watching, so there's one guy still watching. Whoever you are, good
Shout out.
shit. We
Shout
love
out.
you. Anybody that tuned in, whether you saw it live or you're gonna listen to this later on YouTube or the SoundCloud podcast
Whether you saw
or
it
the
live
Apple
or live.
podcast, guess
Oh,
what?
yeah.
As always, we appreciate you
Give us a review.
and we love you. And until fucking next time, I'm Joseph Mariscal.
And I'm Willie Rodriguez.
Jose Manuel Santillana Ganaldo. Joem.
Oh, that's a mouthful right there. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, until fucking next time, we will fucking see you. And
Yeah.
all right,
rapping,
fucking pee, but
baby.
hold on because this shit's not playing.
Don't worry, it's okay.
My bad.
A little slap on the wrist.
A little slap on the wrist. Well, we're not gonna end it just yet because this didn't want to play.
Wow.
So delete that.
Wow. Get out.
I just want to play in general. So you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna beatbox it. Nah. Worst case scenario, what I like to do is I'll just go into this folder here.
You're the who is you. You're the who is you. You're the who.
And here it is. All right, guys. Until fucking next time.
Yeah.
All right, fucking P motherfuckers.
Keep it safe.
Keep it fucking safe. And remember, keep that mental strength up and just adapt to fucking life. R.I.P. baby.
Yeah, man, who is you? Yeah, man, who is you? Yeah, man, yeah, man, who is you? 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 Yeah, man, yeah, man.